Rocking it.
Notorious M.A.D. We've all just what's Gucci my ninjas. Notorious M.A.D. We've all just.
And what is Gucci, my ninjas? What's Louis, my killers? It's me, they're them, except for some of them running a little late, apparently.
Did you remind
And-
them to not be late?
Wait,
It's
did,
only been 20 minutes.
That's a fair point.
20 minutes? I told them days ago about it.
No, 20 minutes since we were all together.
Oh. Wait, what just happened? Am I here?
Yeah.
You
Sorry, I'm
still-
trying to split screen because I'm gonna keep an eye on things.
Because you think people are going to tip you?
I mean, they did last time.
That's right.
It's true. They did.
You can tip
Including
Matt.
a big $1 tip.
Oh shit, he DM'd me. I gotta make sure I hit him back.
He DM'd you and said, "What the hell, Mad?"
No, he said, "Hey, I appreciate you so much. You're so much cooler than that guy you have with you, the bald one, Brahma,
I don't think
or
he said
something
that.
like that." It was close to that. Anyway, all right. I don't know what we're gonna do now. I got a few things lined up.
Few things in the posture.
Let's see here. Oh, where did that thing go? I had that thing. I definitely want to do the smoking gun again,
Okay.
even
What
though
was this?
some people cheated.
There's one. I'll take care of it. There.
Thank you.
Hey, there's lovely Sherry. We
Great
didn't
Hey,
see
job.
her
Sherry.
Oh, are
during
we
a
live
seminar,
already?
but she got
I thought
here.
we were starting in like 20 minutes.
That was 20
Yeah,
minutes,
that was
dude.
30 minutes ago.
I even put on an additional 5 minutes.
I was talking with Bride, and we were having a nice conversation, and you guys are not the priority. But I did notice that she went right back to bed and didn't bring me a sandwich. A little upset about that. Especially
how
after
you-
I started getting all competitive with culture, like, oh, my wife brings me sandwiches and shit. And it's like, oh, now I'm competitive.
I like how he yells at us like, "You guys are not the priority. Also, you guys started earlier than you said you were going to, even though we didn't at all."
Listen, okay? I've got a whole Rolodex full of excuses. You want some more? The traffic was really bad, okay? I
I
had
don't know.
shit.
Do you really want to burn through them that quick?
Matt's like, you have to follow my school of excuses. You gotta space them out. Unless it's a meetup that you're messaging Brahma about, then you just go with. You
No,
go right
this
to
isn't the
brainworms.
Ace ND after party. What the fuck is Ace? What is that?
Your channel is also hard to spell, kind of like Culture's new one.
Bro, I copy and paste every time I try to say something about Ascendant Art.
You don't Google it like exsanguinate?
Fuck no.
Defenestrate.
Well, because if I try to sound it out in my head, the text thing, whatever, the spell check will give up on me. Like I've had to say, why don't we try a different word?
Were you trying to say this? No.
All right. Well, we're gonna get going with
When
our-
you ask the spell check, what are you trying to say, spell check? I'm trying to say you're a fucking idiot.
the spell check. Like, how about you give me describe what it is that you want to say?
Should like that episode of Seinfeld where Kramer is the movie phone, and he has people press 1 or 2, and he doesn't know what button they're pressing. He's like, "How about you just tell me what movie you'd like to see?"
Yeah. All right. Who wants to go first?
Do you know that you've got the banner running? Or do you
Yeah.
mean to have the banner running?
Bro, that's always planned. But you're right.
Okay.
I will take it off because I'm about to share a screen.
I don't know how I got yelled at for helping you.
Because you said it out loud. Help me quietly. Help me spiritually, not
Dad,
in front of
Banner.
people.
Take the banner down.
Is that how spirits talk to you?
Yes.
That's creepy.
Actually, they talk to me like this.
It's from Colorado. That's where The Shining happened, man.
That's
True.
how spirits talk to me too, but I'm French, so I'm drinking wine.
By French, you mean? I was gonna go for the easy gate joke, but I was like, no.
It's too
I
easy.
heard
I
the
know.
G start.
It's too
in your
easy.
throat.
Don't
Yeah.
go for the low hanging fruit, Matt.
I
You're better
I
than
know
that.
I am better than that. That's why I didn't go through with it. Although then we just spent 30, 45 seconds talking about how I did not do the gay joke.
Well, we got to fill the time somehow.
Thank you. You're fucking such a distraction for everybody.
Sherry,
Like,
we talked
ooh.
about this.
Let's talk
Yeah.
about smegma.
You're not allowed to change the avatar.
no, not now. Now that's the last one. She got one. That's it. Done.
Apparently, my phone thought when I said Sherry that I said Siri. She was trying to answer me. We talked about what, Brahma?
All right. Who wants to go first?
Sure.
All right. Do I have to
Is
explain
there
it to you?
words up at the top? Because there were last time.
Just click and drag them. Examine 5 mugshots, match up the respective defendant with the crime.
Okay,
Which,
so it doesn't have anything about them
Nope.
up there this time.
Oh, we're doing this again.
yep.
Yep. Probation violation for 2.
Really? Okay.
Narcotics possession for 1.
No, I would say all of them.
Marijuana distribution for 4.
Now, you think the white guy went so far as to commit a crime and then violate probation for that crime?
Yeah, he looks older.
Okay.
Assault with a deadly weapon 5. And burglary in order to get money for his meth 3.
Yes, because black people are known for their meth use. What the fuck?
Mm-mm.
I don't think these are good choices.
Nope.
Well, they're my choice.
Watch him be the first 5
I
out.
got
Two.
2.
Oh, and it did get the
And burglary,
but
the
it wasn't.
one I
But it wasn't
explained
for
the
meth. But it wasn't for
I
meth.
I did have the white guy pegged for marijuana distribution. I was like, he probably just had more than
His
He
eyes
had
looked too
intent to
drowsy. I
distribute.
didn't want to go with the obvious.
Are they running a theme that they all have the NBA
Yes.
gear on? That's awesome.
All right. Who's next?
Depends
if we're-
which one
Who's
will
at a
cause
place-
Dune.
Yeah. Who's at a place where they don't have to worry about being eaten by a giant worm?
I'm in the base. I'm good.
Okay.
Oh man, what the fuck?
What? Where's his shirt?
Is that Jessica Alba on the left?
Oh my god. All right.
She's fallen.
We're gonna take the guy on the right as burglary.
Oh no, that's animal abuse all the way.
The redhead is definitely gonna be domestic assault.
I get that.
The really pale woman is gonna be. Ooh, that's a tough one actually.
Can
Okay,
hear someone's controller.
Yeah,
Give-
deal with it.
give the fat woman animal abuse.
Not only the controller is gone, but that weird buzzing sound is gone too.
The
Yeah,
one on
I
the
took care of it.
left, the one
dealt
on the
with it.
left is gonna get violating a protective order because she got
Mm-hmm.
crazy eyes, and driving under the influence.
Damn.
Ooh, damn! I
None.
fucking goose egged.
Mad level score.
Animal abuse was the
That woman attempted burglary. She's not healthy enough to leave the house, let alone steal from
it's the
someone
same
else's.
reasoning that I had on the last one. She doesn't look like a burglar. She looks like a drug user that needs to get money by stealing.
Is that Ron Weasley?
I didn't
Could
think
be.
the guy was burgling. Usually, you put on a shirt for that.
Yeah, that.
Well, he wasn't. That you put burglary as your answer. The
Oh,
correct
he's a
answer
domestic
is domestic
assault, yeah.
assault. The top row is the correct answer.
Oh,
Yeah,
wait,
his-
yeah, you're right. I
You
got that
literally
wrong then.
thought that burglary was his crime.
I did think. Oh man, I've had too much wine.
I guess.
his tank top did get ripped though in the domestic assault because normally he would have a wife beater on.
True.
Chad, you ready?
Yeah, good. All right.
No special directions.
All Nickelodeon cartoons shirts.
Oh yeah.
So it is.
The guy in the bright Hawaiian shirt is forgery.
What Hawaiian shirt?
The second.
Second from the left.
Number
Oh,
2.
Okay, because
With
that's
the
'cause-
Rugrats Hawaiian
Yeah, that's
shirt.
Chucky and it's not Hawaiian. That's because Chucky and Tommy.
I know.
Oh, okay.
I was.
Well, I mean, it looked like a wine cell shirt. All right.
When you're having to turn your head to look into the other monitor, I can hear it happen.
Yeah, blue shirt is battery. Possession of controlled substance is the long-haired white dude.
Robbing is hot. Sometimes
That
I
you
mean,
take
is
his
all-
shirt
the
off.
only white dude.
Yeah, theft is all the way to the left with the pink one, and burglary is straight up above.
All right. By the way, I love how you're like, I won't go 1, 2, 3, 4. I will describe them.
That's right.
I do like that better.
Except for the Hawaiian shirt.
Damn.
Ooh,
Another
goose
0.
egg.
Yeah.
And in fact, if he had just switched the forgery and theft, he would have been fine. No, the burglary. No,
I mean, he would have to switch a lot of them, wouldn't he?
no. I thought he did the burglary or the theft and the forgery last, but it was.
I mean, if
theft
we're
and-
doing Nickelodeon T-shirts, I feel like it should all be like pedophile, pedophile.
That's what I was thinking too. All right. Let me show you how it's done. Here we go.
How many times are you gonna have to go to get one right?
Snoop Dogg, he got
Oh, you-
arrested.
You get the pictures again instead of the
Ah,
actual
dang it.
crimes. Wah, wah.
Of course, I always had the.
Well, obviously, we know the hot dog was one of the girls.
These are the respective weapons they allegedly wielded during assaults or batteries.
By the way, one of them was like they came from the barber shop.
Yeah, right choice. Never give a woman a rake. They don't really do yard work.
That's why.
That would take them too far away from the kitchen. What?
Who assaults somebody with a hot dog?
I've
I don't know,
assaulted somebody
eating
with a hot dog many times, and now I have 5 children.
Yeah. I got 2.
So you and Brahma are tied, and me and Chad are in the losers bracket.
I'm in the goose egg.
Where'd
Mad
Imp go?
bracket.
Did we lose Imp? He didn't want to come.
I mean, he's here.
Is he?
I mean, can you tell a difference?
Not really.
What's up, Shifty? Is that a toothbrush? By the way, when I'm over in the other window, feel free to highlight chats.
Oh yeah, we'll highlight chats while we're.
He knows who I'm
playing
talking
Doom.
So who we back at?
Cycling back to me.
I mean, yeah. At this point, it's Brahma and Mad. Me and Chad.
Oh,
are
we
out.
doing a elimination?
Yeah, we were.
Okay, we'll do that.
They just don't want to have to play.
They don't want to have to look away from the screen. Yeah.
I enjoy the fun of playing this game.
Yeah.
Let's see. Battery, I'm going to
Dude,
go
those are some
with.
sweet sunglasses.
Stalking is.
Who let the dogs out?
Wait, who did you say for battery?
I'm changing my mind. So, stalking 2.
That's so wrong.
No, because we've had this one before. Stalking is
No,
4.
we haven't.
No, it's either the brunette girl or the blonde girl. But it's one of those.
It's not
Stalking
one
is
we've
4.
had before.
No, this was
I'm-
from May 23rd.
I recognize that bitch's face.
She looks
Maybe she
like
got
every
arrested for
white
something
bitch.
else.
That is so racist, Mad.
Yes. No, I am criminally profiling her.
Hit and run, I'm going to go with 1.
Okay.
Grand theft for 3.
Oh, okay. That's a swing.
Battery for 4. And fentanyl for 5.
All right, let's see how you do. 0.
Told you that bitch was stalking. I knew I remembered her face.
All right, well, I'll go because we're still tied 2-2. Here we go. Gosh. Actually, I think Slender's right on this one.
I remember these guys too.
Yeah. But I don't remember which one was which though.
I don't either. I think the guy in the hospital bed was hit and run. That's all I remember.
They're all in a hospital bed.
That's true.
I mean, that's literally the theme. Oh, hi, dog.
All right, let's see how I do.
Random dog wandered into the garage
Oh,
I got
Mad
one.
is the champion with
Boom.
a 1.
with 1.
1 out of 5.
Hey,
That's a
like the great
great
Don,
score.
like the great Don always said, it doesn't matter
Best
if
2 out of 3.
it doesn't matter if you win by 1 pitcher or 1,000.
Ooh, Mad, you want to
wins
go
a
double
win.
or nothing with Brahma now?
I didn't say double
Well-
or nothing. I said best 2
Let
out
it
of 3.
ride, motherfucker. Let it ride.
There's nothing we're playing for, so you can't
We're
double
playing for respect.
nothing.
Yeah, you got it's all about the swagger.
Yeah. What if
Oh, so you think we're gonna double the respect or have
Yeah.
no respect?
you won't? I would.
I will respect you twice as much if you can beat Mad now in the 0 hour.
True, but unfortunately though, we've already did all of those, so it wouldn't be fair.
I'm
We'll
pretty
have to
sure
wait
they've
for
got
the-
more than just the month of May. on the
I
website.
didn't see. Well, I didn't see any other months though, and we went like 5 months back when we did it because some people had to keep redoing it.
Some.
You specifically.
I don't see the relevance of who.
And I
I'm
think you've
just saying
probably
somebody.
been practicing in the off season.
Well, that's where championships are won.
Practice. We talking about practice?
We talking about practice,
All
man.
right, I got another classic little bit that we're gonna do. I'm trying to keep it visual.
People of
for-
Walmart?
We're doing people of Walmart.
Yeah.
Too much swag. Oh no, I don't know people of Walmart. Is this a game? Do I have to play?
It's not a game. It's just looking at the people of Walmart.
Oh
Yep.
my,
Making
wait,
comments
was
about
that an
them.
Oompa Loompa?
Wait, here?
Yeah. That's an Oompa Loompa.
I think they're
Man.
more like purple though.
I was gonna
How
say,
did she get out of the chocolate factory?
Smurfette really will let herself go.
That might be Az at the pet store.
No. Maybe.
Pronouns.
Fucking pronouns.
All right.
I mean,
let me
it's
know if I need to-
definitely a dude in a blue wig.
Actually, I don't support making fun of Az. Az is a good guy. I agree
Az
with
is a great guy.
99.9% of his takes.
Yeah, I
Az
like
is a
too.
great guy.
I would love to play games with him, but apparently I'm not that badass.
Oh, Jane used to play with him all the time.
And
I
I
know.
actually do think I applaud him on his weight loss over the past 2 years.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. I even asked.
Now I would love to applaud you, Brahma, on lowering your fucking blood pressure. Shit.
I
I haven't done anything to lower my blood pressure.
I know.
I am the one that asked Stu from the loading crew because he makes pillows of like different characters. I asked him to make me one of Az, and when you press it, it goes pronouns. So, boom. Okay, so what is this guy doing? Why is his pants down?
He's trying to find a new hospital gown because I guess he
What the hell
feels.
is that? It?
I don't really know. Is
I haven't
there a
done this
story
part.
here?
I haven't done this by. All right. Oh, let's do by state.
Ooh, Florida. We gotta go to Florida. Oh,
Definitely go to
Florida can't be
Florida.
found.
Okay, cool. Well, I guess we won't do by state.
Good website.
Top rated. I don't remember the website being this complicated. Do you?
I don't
No.
remember the
No,
website
I
being
do
this
not, no.
broken.
I don't
Did I
think
not go
this
to the
is
right
the
one?
same website.
Oh,
Yeah.
Lord.
Hold on. Let me make sure. I mean, it is called People of Walmart, the website. I don't have the link for the good one though. What the fuck is this shit? Okay. Let's see here.
Walmarts that have the wood flooring in their shoe section is a high class Walmart.
Oh yeah, we sprung
So
for
saith the shifty jism.
I think that most of the Walmarts have abandoned even doing that now, even if they're the nicer ones. It's just like, what's the point? We are what we are.
What the fuck is this?
They are
Hey,
who we
Clay.
thought they were.
Hey, Clay.
You let them off the hook.
Well, did you find the map one?
No. I tried every combination of words I could think of to
Hang on.
find it, and
Let me
nothing.
yell at. Babe, send me that link to that map thing that you sent me that one time that we did on the thing. Thank you.
2.5 years ago.
Wow, you are. This is
What?
this is how we do a show now, huh? I
Yep.
thought speakeasies were a little different.
Well, a little
than
bit more
this.
for
No,
absolutely
this is how
not. No,
speakeasies work.
bro. I started coming up. I started thinking about what we're supposed to be doing on this, 5 minutes before we went live.
Never
We could
mind,
find
doesn't
one of
matter. I
those-
got a sandwich. Thanks.
We could find one of those videos from the dude who breaks
I got
down
plenty to Mad Fab.
movies. That the dude who looks like he's working in a blockbuster. I
Are
can't
there
remember
no
what channel it
tomorrow's
is.
No, I
teachings
already
for
checked
us to
screen.
watch right now?
Oh, we could do that too. Yeah, but they got bad though when they started leaning into their own bit. Once they
Tomorrow's
became self,
Teachings is- yeah.
yeah.
Oh,
But
are
I
they
think-
not taking themselves seriously enough anymore?
No, they've figured out what it is that makes them good, and they lean too hard into it.
Oh,
They went too
overcorrected.
crazy.
Yeah. All right. I wanted to talk about this though. Man keeping is why women are done with dating. Man
What is
keeping.
what is man keeping?
Well,
I
let's
don't
find
know,
out.
but on Tuesday, Mad definitely did say, or was it Monday, that he wanted to be a kept man. He would do anything to be a kept man.
I don't think I said anything. Anyway,
Anything?
Mad, you are a kept man.
I am.
That's what was so funny about it.
Researchers at Stanford have finally given a name to something many women have been, I don't know why Chad's not reading it, have been dealing with for years. It's called man keeping. Man keeping describes the emotional labor women end up doing in heterosexual relationships. Because lesbians never do this. What would that be? I guess.
Lesbians, by the way, are statistically the highest rate of domestic abuse.
Yeah, but not
of-
emotional abuse. They're talking about
Wait,
emotions.
who's to say that lesbians can't engage in a little man keeping from time to time?
The word lesbian.
It goes beyond lesbians can be men. It goes beyond women.
Exactly.
It goes beyond remembering birthdays or coordinating social plans. It means being your partner's one-man support system, managing his stress, interpreting his moods. Yes, because it's women who have to interpret someone's
Yeah,
mood.
women always help me manage my stress.
Let me tell you about having to know the 18 different versions of I'm fine.
Let me tell you about the question that rolls around every day at about 4:30. What are we doing for dinner tonight? If
I
you
have
don't
not
have
picked
the
a
answer
restaurant.
prepared, prepare for hell.
And don't even get into the no, you just pick. Because
Oh.
you never pick. Never, ever pick.
I'm too hungry
No, actually,
to
at this
pick.
point, it's you don't ask them what they want. It's just you say where we're going, and then you just say,
Yeah.
that's it.
Unless you're not as
And that,
hungry
that
as
stops the whole talk.
well, unless you're not as hungry, so then you'd be like, no, babe, go ahead, you pick.
Then
And
you get
because-
into the
And
then
it
you've
just
got an
takes-
hour
Well-
or two before you're gonna
Yep.
eat anyway.
right, but then you get into the well, we've already eaten out 3 times this week. We really shouldn't be. It's like, okay, is anything thawed? No. Okay. Out
So
it is.
no, here's how you do it. So the next step of this game is okay. I'll give you 3 options, and you choose between those 3. That's another good one.
Sure.
No, because then they get hung up between two.
Yep. Again, this is if you're not as hungry as they are. It doesn't work if you're hungry too. Just be like, Whataburger. All right. Holding. Okay, man. Going back to man keeping, holding his hand through feelings he won't share with anyone else. All of it, unpaid, unacknowledged, and often reciprocated.
Fuck off, unacknowledged. Fuck you, bitch.
Do you want me to read since Barber thinks I'm the reader?
Yeah, if you want to, go ahead.
The root of it, the issue, is tied to what experts are calling the male loneliness epidemic. As more men report having fewer close friendships, romantic partners are expected to pick up the slack. Instead of processing with friends, many men offload everything onto the woman they're dating. She becomes his entire emotional
Okay.
infrastructure.
So here's the problem. For so long, men have been forced into being like this domesticated, like they've cut out. They try to tap down, and it's in the church as well. They try to they get you to like
Men
no
have been
no
feminized.
not necessarily feminized in all cases, but it's more like no, don't do that. Like you got to be a little bit more docile or what, like be you got to be civilized, right? And what's come with that?
Yeah.
For years, as men never open up, men won't ever. Why are they so? Why do they keep everything to themselves? This is fucking why. Because you're like, why won't you share your feelings with me? Why won't you tell me what's going on? Because as soon as I do, fucking, you're gonna start doing research on man keeping and blame
Or
it
as
on
soon
us.
as you do, you open up and say something, then they will use it against you forever, or be like, gay, and go find another guy.
Right. Exactly. Yeah.
Because they
Yep.
don't want a pussy.
That's right.
Plenty of women are no longer interested in that dynamic. According to Pew Research, only 38% of single women in the U.S. are currently looking for a relationship. Among single men, that number jumps to 61%. The Gap says a lot. Women are opting out of love.
Real quick. Also, I'm not saying all women, but do you think they're being for real on this survey? If you were like, oh, are you looking to be in a relationship? Fuck no, I'm an independent woman. I don't need no man.
I got a roster.
I feel like the men are going to be more honest when answering this question.
If you want to know what man keeping is, Bride, you should watch Mad's new channel.
Yes.
He's currently live streaming a speakeasy where we're learning what man keeping is. And fuck these bitches.
And everyone that heard you is doing the exact thing you just said. Go on, bro.
They're opting out of being someone's therapist with benefits. The Guardian calls man keeping a modern extension of emotional labor, one that turns a partner into a life coach. This isn't about avoiding vulnerability.
Yes, it is.
Yes, it is. It's about refusing to carry someone else's emotional weight while getting little to nothing in return. And there's nothing wrong with feeling that way.
Okay,
my
Little
God.
or nothing
My
in
God.
return. Women are demanding that men pay for literally everything.
No, we're talking
They're
about
demanding
emotions,
that
not
men
money.
have six figures.
No. Even emotionally, though.
Emotions are far more
Sure.
valuable currency than money.
But what you should have said was like, women always want you to listen to their day about what Shelly did at the office. They want you to interpret how they feel. Like when they say fine, they're not really fine, or sometimes they are fine, but then others maybe. But
And they never actually want to hear what a solution might be to the issue
oh,
that they're
absolutely
having.
not. They want to hear
because
it.
you're not allowed to offer any help.
Well,
You're just supposed to listen to.
that's
bitching.
right. Yes.
Don't you dare solve my problem for me.
Sure, which is
Sometimes
what
I
guys
just wanna bitch
do
about it.
in a conversation. If you
Which-
want to bitch, that's what your female friends are for.
But again, I'm not totally against that because I do know like sometimes you just need to vent and get it out.
Sure, but
Even
As long
if
as
you're
you
not
this
open
is
up
a
the
venting
conversation
session.
with
I do
that.
not need you to do anything.
Yep.
Just listen for a few minutes. Don't expect us to determine
When
which
you
one's
want
a
a
venting
solution,
session and which one is you asking me to help you fix a problem.
right?
Yeah, because if you don't say, I'm going to immediately start looking for solutions to the problem.
Exactly.
So
Because
here-
that's what guys do.
here's my overall problem with this, right? When they talk about man keeping, they generalize it as if because that's why they're bringing up women aren't wanting to be in a dating world, right? But when they define it, it's
That's funny that women say they don't want to be in the dating world while simultaneously being like, why aren't there any good guys out there anymore?
so. But the thing is, right? So they say it's the reason why, but when you look at the definition, it is about when it's not given back, when it's a one-way street, right? Even though they discuss it as if it's a problem among all men, as if men don't ever listen. You know what I mean?
Well, it's not a problem when women do the things that men do.
But it's also kind of weird that they're saying women don't want to be in the dating market because nobody does this for somebody they just started dating. This is like more long-term relationship / marriage.
Yeah,
type
this is
stuff.
after you're
This
like, yep,
isn't
this is the one I'm committed.
Our second date, I'm going to be remembering your birthday and, scheduling our social calendar.
But okay, I will say this though. Never mind. Go on.
Wait. No, I want to hear this.
No.
No, what?
No,
What?
I'm not that guy anymore. I was just gonna talk about
It's
way
the new
back.
channel.
No, it wasn't anything bad. It's just I was very efficient at first dates.
Oh yeah, did you bring a little notebook and just ask all the questions up front? Like I'm gonna
No,
write all this
no.
down.
No,
So I
Matt
know
had
it
a high
next time.
closing ratio, I think is what he's trying to say.
But I had a not a strategy, but I had a system that worked.
You
I
had
know
a
it
series
sounds
of
like the dentist
guidelines that
system.
you followed to the letter.
No,
Don't
no.
you know the Dewey Decimal System?
That's one of the problems, right? You have to be able to to adjust, right? If something, you know what I mean?
Right.
Because of a lot of it is feeding off of what you're being
because
given.
the best laid plans seldom survive first
Right.
contact with the enemy.
Yeah,
Which
but
is
the
actually
best
where-
plans got him laid.
But it's actually where men do the most listening is in the first couple dates.
Right. Yeah. But see, here's the thing, though. You absolutely have to, but you also have to be convincing that you're doing it. Does that make sense?
Right.
You got to
Repeat
pretend
a
like
few
you
things,
care.
ask
Is
a
that what
question
you're
about-
saying?
No,
Yeah.
no. I think no. You have to be genuinely interested.
Yep.
So you have to. What helps is if you look at, if you do it by like moments, right? Like the live in the moment, right? It's. I used to have this thing where I would talk about how like there's this idea of like the only thing that exists right now in this moment is us. Nothing else does because it's not here. And I would go into this whole thing about it.
That is
Also,
so fucking lame,
Oh.
dude.
you say this.
Can we bring Shredda on and
Bro.
see if this shit actually worked?
Okay, listen.
Well, she's with him.
So you probably heard me say it like somebody like, oh, I got to get up early in the morning. I'll be like, what does that have to do with tonight? And so that it's
Sure.
just like seeds that you're planting. Anyway, I don't want to get into all that. There was one point where I was trying to learn how to read palms because I thought that would be a good little trick to have. Because
Well-
let me tell you why. Let me tell you my thinking, right? Because it initiates like touching. But
Yeah, physical contact.
yeah,
Sure.
absolutely. But in a unexpected way.
Right.
So I wasn't
In a
very good at it, though.
non-invasive way.
Yeah, exactly. Right.
Oh no, Matt, you were probably good at it. I've seen your magic shows.
I was debating between close up magic and ironically,
And
because
palm reading.
women love magic in palm reading, but I went with palm reading.
But actually, I mean, what you were just talking about before the touching part, it's also kind of what you're supposed to do as a streamer. I mean, we've constantly complained in the past that during streams, the better streamers are the ones who are actually reacting to what people are saying rather than just waiting for their turn to talk and not responding to the other person in any way.
Great
They're
example.
actively listening and saying, okay, responding to what the person said rather
Right.
than just trying to have their point ready to go as soon as the person stops talking.
Yeah, love that point because that is something that we've talked a lot about backstage. We'll put it out here now.
That must mean I'm a
No, it's
great
just a thing
streamer,
about
'cause I'm
streaming.
always
It's-
getting
Yep.
pissed off at the things you guys are talking about.
No, it's not about being pissed off. It's about when you're
No,
on
but
a
I'm
stre-
clearly listening.
you know what we're talking about. It's when you're on a stream and you can just feel it. You can feel when somebody isn't listening. They're just waiting for that break, and then they come in. And sometimes it is so far off of what the topic was or related to what the last person said. You're like, oh, you didn't listen to anything I said. You know,
It's where a lot of the overtalk
Yeah.
happens.
true.
Because if you've got a 7-person panel or more or even a few less, everybody's waiting for somebody to stop talking to make sure that they're filling the next gap rather than actually paying attention to what is being said.
Yeah.
Yeah, I hate that.
Yeah, it does suck. I was about to say something. Oh, the way I looked at it, described it was like you have your shooters, right? People that can just talk and talk and talk and generate conversation out of nothing.
Yeah.
And then you have your support cast around them. You have your rebounders. You have the point guard that's getting the assist and stuff like that. And you have to have a balance. If you have too many of either one, it's not going to make for a great stream because everyone's going to be talking over everyone because that's what they do, or no one's going to speak, or you know what I mean?
Right. Well, it's also knowing on each different panel what your role is supposed to be. Like I started off doing just pretty much one-liners. I don't go on rants very often, but on certain channels with certain panels, I talk a lot more than I do on other panels.
Yeah.
Just depending on who's there and what the makeup of the panel is, that kind of thing. But back to dating, it's literally, the active listening thing is what you were talking about
Right.
at the
Yeah.
beginning of your
I
point.
want to go back to streaming because I don't know what I am.
You're a good hybrid, bro.
Typically comic relief as well as able to go off on a tangent.
I'm a
50
hybrid.
50 people
Sweet.
talking all at once. Yeah. I'm not against big panels. Like they can be fun if everyone.
They're a lot harder though. Like they don't work as often. I think.
I think there's a less likely. Yeah, I think it's less likely to be good.
Like
It
that's
becomes more chaotic.
Like
Yeah.
no offense, but that's why I started to kind of drift away from Friday Night Tights because there were just too many people and they were all yelling and
Yeah, I never watched it.
Oh, I watch it every now and then, but I mean, it has become a talking over each other fest, except for a few people.
Yeah.
Name them. Who are the worst ones on? Hey, what's up, Black?
Call them out right here on
Call
this
out all
stream
of
nobody
them.
watches.
I want their names alphabetical in
What?
order.
What? Nothing.
No,
Shad
hold
likes
on.
to scream a lot. When Ryan
forget-
talks, most people quiet down and listen.
Hold on.
when
Hold
Gary
on. I'm trying to
gets
figure
pissed
this out.
Okay.
Hi, Mad. Did you have live chat messages blocked from other people in chat from seeing them? Bro, I don't even put hashtags
Yeah, I
on
don't
my
e-
videos. I have no idea if that's even possible.
I'm a mod in here. There's been no messages that needed to be uncovered.
If you're
I'm
in the
watching the
chat,
chat.
though, I've noticed YouTube's chat, if you're on YouTube, has this weird thing lately where like it'll only show top comments or some shit like that.
You have to switch
so
it to live.
You switch it to live chat. It's always been like that.
even in live chat, sometimes just certain comments just never show up.
It's typically when a mod is not actually actively uncovering messages that get semi-modded by YouTube.
Oh, okay.
Backstage, we see every message, but you have to. So even if one doesn't get uncovered, we see it backstage. But a mod actually has to physically go in and click to uncover the message.
Yeah, I usually do
In
that
the
with
actual
everything
chat.
on the bullpen when I'm watching.
Sure, but you're usually watching in the chat, not back here.
True.
So you're used to seeing the chat where it has to be modded. Whereas backstage in StreamYard, we just see every chat no matter what.
Yeah. Hey, Black
And you
Sun.
can't mod from back here.
Black Sun. Just let me know what you mean, man. I'll see if I can do something about it. I don't even think it's YouTube bots because I doubt they even know I exist in this back alley that I'm in.
Yeah,
Like,
that's
I'm by
why
the
we call it a
dumpster in the-
speakeasy because no one knows about it.
Yes, that's the only reason.
We don't want them to find out what we're doing here.
Never. All right, I guess back to the article.
Some men have started opening up more, which is good. But too
Apparently
often,
not.
No,
That openness-
usually when we open up, women get even more pissed off.
Yep.
But too often that openness lands in the lap of the person they're sleeping with instead of a friend or therapist. Vulnerability
like-
without boundaries can feel more like a burden than a breakthrough.
You guys want to hear a great story? Me and Bride had a little knockdown drag out that involved her like going out and smoking and being pissed off and me going, "What's wrong?" Even though I knew what was wrong, and her going, "Nothing's wrong."
But earlier today you said you guys never argue and have never had any problems ever.
Yeah, but that's that was the truth.
Really? Because I immediately was like, hey, Shredder, we need to look at them as.
We need to model our marriage after
Yeah.
them.
No, she has this habit of she'll take a glass of water and then she'll just set it on the nightstand, right? And then later she'll be like, "I want a glass of water." And instead of grabbing that glass of water that's already on the nightstand, she'll go get another glass of water
Well, yeah,
take
because that
two
one's old
sips.
water now.
and set it on the nightstand. And I'm always like, can you bring him back to the sink at
Wait.
some point?
Can I ask a question? Hey, Poe, what's up, buddy? Been doing a lot of flat Earth talk. I need to hit you up, man.
You have a question?
No, all right. So here, yeah, I do have a question. Now, when she was growing up, was her father like an ex-preacher, and the mom got killed, and
Right, because
then
of the aliens?
yes. Well, that's not what killed the
Yes.
mom.
She has made that excuse before, but I'm not having it.
Uh-oh. Bride is in the chat.
Argue you were snarky, I was snarky, I smoked. Then I felt like an asshole and watched Attack on Titan for 3 episodes. Then I came back and apologized.
Yeah, because it got to the point where there were 4 glasses One of which there was no room for it on the nightstand, so it was on top of the bedpost, and I'm like, well, that's a terrible idea.
Okay.
And so I scooped them all up and
Well-
I brought them to the sink, and I was like, hey.
Based on the
four
snarky
glasses-
argument, there wasn't much chance that the bedpost was going to be shaking anytime soon, right?
By the way, well, no, that's the best time to do it. By the way,
But she was like, you know, I get mad when you leave all these dishes on the counter, and I'm like, well, they're not my dishes.
real quick, because yes, we were talking about signs. I don't know why Slender got credit for it because I was the one that started it. That's fine.
It's because I gave you the story that you could use for that.
Oh
Good
no,
rebound,
Screw
though.
this.
That
I'm the
doesn't
only
give
one
him
on
credit.
camera. I'm moving me up.
the
Black
fuck
Sun
is this?
did respond.
Oh, I didn't see it.
I don't know. I've been two other
I was telling a
streams,
whole
like
story. I should be
Lit Devil's
highlighted.
Morning Nonsense, and no one is interacting with each other. A year ago in Morning Nonsense, everybody was interacting with each other. It's boring now. I mean,
Well-
that's chat. Chat's got to interact with chat.
Yeah, chat, step your game up. Also, there's a little bit of a difference between this chat and LD's by about 80.
1,000.
No, there's not 80,000 people watching.
Ever heard of him?
Ever heard of him? No, but like he
Let's
definitely has
see,
a
let's
lot
see.
more people to be in the chat.
Let's see.
Responding.
Let's see.
Don't
Let's see.
you know, I don't think he's done it as much, or maybe
You
I
know,
don't.
you gotta
He
bring that
absolutely
back
does it.
up. I used to watch Lit Dev every fucking morning, and then you did that, and I couldn't.
I don't
stop
think he does it
hearing
any. He doesn't do it anymore. So you
He
can
does
come
it
back.
every time he's switching topics. Every time
Nope.
he's doing
He doesn't
I
do
might
it
have
any
to
anymore.
kind of
come
switch
back
to
around
any
and
kind of
see.
different point. It's
I-
let's see. Let's see.
When was the last time you listened? Because I listen every time I'm on there, and he hasn't done it.
Yeah, and Mad's
And
on there
what,
this
every
morning?
Friday because he loves anime so much.
He wasn't there today because he was
Yeah, I
sleeping.
wasn't there this morning.
And the reason
According-
I had put me where I was putting me, Slender, is because the comments kept covering over the only person on camera.
Who cares?
I can go
Brahma
off
is
camera
a
and just be
well-known
another freaking avatar.
That's
producer.
fine.
People like non-avatar shows.
And also, some people aren't bothered by them.
Yeah, some people are listening to this in podcast format,
True.
and not even looking at the stuff we're looking
Also,
at.
some
Two
people,
people
are.
are playing video games while we're
some-
doing the stream.
Some
Yeah, I'm
people.
still more interesting than you. Suck it.
Yeah, Slender has proven he is completely capable of playing and be an active participant in a live stream.
That sounds like an attack at another member of the panel.
Who could that be?
I don't think, man, I don't think it's that everyone is blocked from each other. I think that sometimes,
Start tagging people. If you see them make a comment, tag
Yeah,
them
that helps,
and
yeah.
comment back to them. That will start a
But-
conversation.
I do,
Man.
I do know what you mean because in LD's chat though, I will say something before I even go on there, and I'm like,
In LD's chat, you are a fucking bomb thrower trying to start shit.
Who?
All-
me?
It's so good.
What?
Though. It's so fucking good.
Hold on, we gotta clear this up. How did you know I was playing games? Because everyone
No.
does that.
I'm talking about people on the panel, Alex.
Okay, that too. But no, people do play. Like everyone has their phone in their lap, playing the video as they're playing a game on the TV. That's always how it is. Which is why Matapap every Tuesday at 9:15 p.m. Central is such a great rewatch because you can just listen to it in the background as you play. That's a true thing.
And it's
Man.
usually hilarious, and I'm
It's-
learning a lot of things I didn't know about history.
Yeah. I was actually thinking like, man, maybe we should bring up one of the shorter stories that I've given Chad, but I don't want to distract him.
That's for Tuesdays.
I'm only keeping it muted because you're complaining about the control sound, so I'm trying to be polite.
Yeah. Oh, I love his solution wasn't to put the controller down. It was to mute the mic. I do appreciate that.
Oh, the controller sounds are making it difficult for me to participate in this conversation. I guess I
Mute.
just won't participate in the conversation.
I'm out.
Wait, what the fuck is it? Wait, what? Step my game up, suck my what? I don't know if anybody told you, Poe, to step your game up. If they did, they weren't being for real.
Shirt thick meat? What the hell is shirt thick meat?
Pretty thin.
Shirt thick. Oh, I don't know what that. It's probably just an autocorrect. Anyway, I wanted to get back to this. Okay, it's not a rivalry when Crow is constantly getting L's like he did the other morning. Homeboy kept trying to come at me with super chats and shit. Fucking bombed. Got him. I'm playing games on the phone and watching the stream on it at the same time. Oh, that's it. Well, yeah, playing in the background.
Crow's such a nice guy. Are you really?
Who? Me?
Yeah.
Crow? He came at me, bro.
He's such a nice guy. If he came at you, he must have had a good reason. What did
Oh,
you do?
I don't think he likes me at all. Like for real. I'm fucking with him. I'm just, playing my bit on LDI. I think he's for real. You know what I mean? Like when you're play fighting with somebody and then you're like, wait a minute, am I the only one play fighting?
Why is he punching me in the face?
Hey, Boosh, on your belly, Mr. Pancake. Oh, it took me a second. There's this video of this guy getting arrested whose name is Mr. Pancake, and he had like 20 hamsters in his pants.
Oh boy.
Oh, Boosh, if you could send me that link, man.
There are some weird people in this world.
Who, Mr.
We should
Pancake?
also check out the new chat music.
Yes, Mr. Pancake.
I'm not getting claimed for that shit.
Why? It's not a real song. It's a chat
I'm
music
not
song.
kidding. Yeah, but I could get canceled. Not risking it. Anyway, you want to finish up this article because I'm curious.
Yeah, you want to
Excuse me?
scroll it?
Oh, did you read all of that already?
I'm at the bottom paragraph. Yeah.
You're talking about people paying attention. You don't even know where you were in your article.
Oh, well, no, there's a difference when we're going through like 20 different things since that.
What women want isn't
I don't think so.
complicated. They want shared effort, mutual support,
Fuck
emotional
off.
response-
What women
No,
want
what
is
the
so
most
fucking complicated.
thing. Yeah.
And it changes based on their moon cycles. And God help you if their moon cycles sync up with random other people's moon cycles that just happen to stream with you from time to time.
like every
Then you don't
one
know
of our
when
women.
everything's going on.
Thanks, Boosh. I got it ready to go.
Emotional responsibility that doesn't get passed off like a group project. When that doesn't happen, they're choosing solitude over stress, and they're not apologizing for it. Some
Right,
No,
women
so-
are
'cause women don't apologize for shit. Let's.
How about you enjoy your solitude, I enjoy mine, and we can all just fuck off somewhere else.
Yeah, I got it ready to go next.
Some women are called bitter for stepping back from dating. Others are labeled cold. Some would
Both are
say
true.
frigid.
Yeah, both.
What they're really
all
doing
three
is
are true.
protecting their capacity.
Sorry, Chad. Chad, can you read this for us?
F what women want. I fill holes, Bubba.
Thank you.
The choice to stay single rarely
Saved.
comes from defeat. It comes from knowing exactly how much
No.
energy...
It always comes from defeat, you lying sack of shit. I hate this person. I fucking hate them.
It comes from knowing exactly how much energy they have left to give. Until that imbalance shifts, more women will keep walking away. Being alone is easier than managing someone else's emotional life.
Okay, here's the fucking truth. Here's the fucking truth. All right.
Yeah, because men never have to manage women's emotion. You know, there's not a term called mansterical, but hysterical. You know where that comes from?
Hysterectomies?
You know what it caused? It caused tennis elbow for so many doctors. So that's a true thing.
True.
Like women didn't get a vibrator until it affected men. Like once men's elbows, the doctors started hurting. They're like, we got to fix this.
God, when
The
you
only
take
cure
everything
for
and make it
hysteria.
about you, bitch. Jesus.
So here's the thing. It's very easy to say that you're out of the dating game when as a woman, you never have to chase shit.
Yeah.
Right.
All you have to
It's
do
like,
is say
I'm
no.
out of the dating game until the 5 seconds before this guy asks me out.
Right. It's easy to make that declaration of I'm out of the dating game. Yeah, well, all the men aren't. Like the Chris Rock bit about how all men are just like, oh, can I help you with the groceries? You want some dick? Oh, yes, ma'am. I'll open that door for you. Want some dick? You know what I mean? Like everything they do is why they always tell women, oh, you're such a great singer at karaoke when they fucking suck, or you're funny when they're not.
Well,
Nobody's
I mean,
ever said you're funny to a woman.
if women did their research, they'd know that that's impossible. And so clearly that man is lying to them.
Oh, the hubris of women. Big fan here on the channel of women, by the way. It's a new channel. It's a new me.
I thought the mad misogyny was.
I
being
mean,
removed.
listen, okay, I'm not a mad misogynist either, but let's be honest, women aren't funny.
I think some women are. I do think there's. I think Shredder's hilarious.
Okay. Most female comedians are not funny. How about that?
Wait. Poe, who are you having this conversation with?
I don't know.
Yeah, we
I
know.
don't
Bro,
either.
of course I know you, bro. You've been on so many times before, man. I don't. Maybe there are chats
Yeah,
that are
Poe,
missing.
I'm not calling you a lying bitch.
Come
It's
to-
like he's dual streaming and putting all the chat in ours.
Did you write that article? Because it's almost as if you're. What's going on, man?
If Poe did write that article, well, we need to have a conversation.
He has turned over a new leaf. Hey, Eric. Yeah, man. I believe all women. So
I don't-
mad.
mm-mm.
Sorry, I was about to say fucking mad keeping, man keeping.
Mad keeping is something only Shredder can do.
Who is a professional comedian that you think is funny, woman-wise, Mad?
Do they have to be active?
No.
That didn't help you any, did it?
No,
'Cause there
really.
aren't any.
I've got two that I think that are actually
All right,
kinda
go
funny.
ahead, because maybe I just can't think of one.
Well, I would say Chrissy can be very funny. Chrissy Mayer.
Never heard of stand-up.
And the other one that I like because she doesn't just talking about her pussy the whole time is Natasha
Okay, Bride
Leggero.
confirms. Yeah, her chat isn't showing up.
Natasha Leggero, she was
I'll
big a
give you
few
that.
years ago. She does kind of the like I'm uppity type thing and, looking down upon people. So, I mean, her jokes are actually kind of funny because she's actually writing jokes. It's not just, yeah, I'm horny. Look at my tits. I got a pussy.
I remember a long time ago. Don't know. I'm not gonna say who it was, but I was on a panel every almost weekly, right, with a female comedian who always talked about how she never talks about her pussy or anything. Like she's not one of those comedians, right? So at one point I was like, all right, let me
Thank
check out some
God
of her.
for that.
So I was like, all right, let me check out some of her stand up, right? So I found her YouTube and she opens with, so yes, the carpet matched the drape. I'm like, all right, turn it off.
So the very first
And
joke.
so
that
you've
you heard-
immediately started with a joke that everybody's heard 1,000 times.
Yep,
That
yep,
directly
yep.
relates to your vagina.
It was pretty
Great job.
disappointing.
Do you know who Natasha Leggero is?
Yeah, of
Did
course.
you ever watch any of her stuff?
Yeah, she's
What do you
married
think
to.
of her?
I think she can be very, very funny. I've never seen her stand up, but as far as I've seen her different shows or whatever.
She did
I-
Drunk History
Yeah,
quite a bit, I think.
her husband, what's his name? Mo Keffer. I don't know. He can get really annoying.
I
I
mean,
watched her before
I
she was
think-
married.
I can think
I
of
don't know who
one
she's married
female
to.
that I find funny, and it's really more the material she's using. But I do find Shoe on Head pretty funny.
Shoe on Head's funny, but it's like
I
Oh, if we
wouldn't
want to
say
talk about
she's a-
YouTubers,
it's
that are
almost
funny?
getting to
comedian.
critical drinker type of funny, where it's using the exact same
Yeah.
video
memes
stuff
and
over
shit,
and
yeah,
over and
clips.
over.
Mm-hmm.
So if we're talking YouTubers that are funny and more of a natural funny rather than it being a stand up set, right?
That kind of opens up the
Yeah,
field.
absolutely. Because I think Saggy Melons, I think she can be really, really fucking funny.
I know of her. I don't think I've ever seen anything she does.
I think Mandy is very funny as well. I think she's a lot smarter and a lot funnier than people give her credit to, and good for her. I mean, she has used what she has to be quite successful on this channel.
Sure.
And I've always enjoyed hanging out with her, and I think she has good comedic timing, very funny. I don't think she gets enough credit for that.
Alex Halo, everybody likes VTubers, and if they don't, they're lying.
Matt doesn't like VTubers.
That's because
Well,
he's
I-
lying.
He's
I-
lying. You know his feelings on anime.
Yeah,
Of course, he's
but-
gonna be. a
So I
YouTube
found
fan.
that clip. I have to send it to you because I think I used some copyrighted music when I made the clip, but I did find it. It was funny. We were on Justin Proper channel, and she was just kept flirting with this British guy like overtly, like aggressively, and he laughed so hard he literally fell back. He was doing it like in his kitchen, and fell back in the chair. It was fucking awesome. It was a good stream. But trying to think of other chicks that are funny on YouTube.
Well, not technically on YouTube, but somebody in our own chat. When Sherry does memes, she can be downright
Oh,
cruel. and
yeah.
Oh, those memes
evil
are savage
funny.
and hilarious.
Yes. So
Those
there's
are-
different kinds of funny too. I mean, having
I
the
think
I don't
Allow
give
me
a
to
crap.
clarify my original statement. I find that the vast majority of female comedians aren't fucking funny.
yeah, absolutely.
True,
But-
especially the pros.
Mhm.
Black Sun, you've seen me around long enough. If I'm going to compliment someone or a chick, it's not because I find them hot. I legitimately, I
We
don't
must be
give
talking about Mandy.
Amanda. Yeah, I don't give a shit what they look like. Right? Jane Theory, one of my favorite YouTubers. Period. Right? Never seen her. Just an avatar.
Have no idea what she looks like.
Which is actually interesting because I
wish
think
she'd come play Doom with us.
yeah, we're gonna get her to do it. Keep bugging her about it. But here's what's interesting because if you're a chick, you really don't have to do much to be relatively successful on YouTube. I mean, you could be mid, and as long as like you know words, you're gonna do okay, right? Now, it's even as an avatar, you're going to do a little bit better than guys because that's just because the majority of viewers are going to be guys, and there's fucking simps like crazy.
Yeah.
But what the difference is like you have to rely more on actually being talented, having a personality, or you know what I mean, having people want to
Or
hear
actually
you.
having knowledge of what you're talking about.
Right. So I'm not going to name any names, but I will say what happened. There's one that I started about the same time as I did. And I remember one of the first things I heard her say was how the Cleveland Browns name was racist.
Oh,
Be-
fuck.
So she doesn't know who Paul
No,
Brown is.
so she's like,
apparently.
I'm brown. I find it offensive. And so it was explained that the owner, she goes, I don't care. It needs to be changed. Oddly,
I don't care because my meaning supersedes the actual meaning of the name. My
oddly-
truth is the only truth that fucking matters. Everyone will bend reality around me to suit my fucking feelings.
Well, get ready to have your mind blown. Since then, she has became a lot more right-leaning.
good.
Oh,
Then I take everything back, and I'm sure she's a wonderful person.
I'm
What?
sure it's not at all because that's where the grift that was rewarding her was.
Right? Deeple, why couldn't you just be like, hey, Sherry, you should start a channel? Why did you have to throw in Rick Mad? What? Why?
Damn, dude. Everybody's coming for you, Matt. You've created another monster. Way
All
to
right,
go.
brother. But we'll talk soon, man. We'll talk soon.
Poe.
I would watch. Yeah. Why? Why? You've never heard her speak. She could sound like Cookie Monster for all you know.
Me want cookie. Me want stream.
Sherry. The channel is for me.
So Cinevere actually surprised me with how funny she is. She's pretty funny.
Yes, and she got a lot of subs real quick because
Mm-hmm.
of the VTube thing. But we also had her on us in an art 2 or 3 weeks ago, and she
Right.
was able to talk anime with these two guys.
Yeah.
with
Way
no
too
problem,
much. Yeah.
because she actually does know what she's talking about.
Yeah.
On
Yeah,
very
and
specific
I didn't
topics.
pull any punches. I went for the jugular immediately, and she.
Oh,
hung
y'all
with it,
tested her
so-
for sure, and she fucking nailed it. She passed it.
But at the
Yeah.
same time, the giant tits don't hurt.
The
Either way,
giant
she
physics
gets
I
my
are
never
approval because
important.
she knows the anime.
I will never understand the appeal of cartoon boobs. I guess I get it. People
I like
do.
any boobs.
Yeah, cartoon.
I think I've made
cartoon
that
is
quite
good, too.
clear over the past few years.
Obviously, Matt has never watched High School of the Dead to really.
Of course, I haven't.
The jiggle physics are so Next level.
I did play Dead or here. I played Dead or Alive before the volleyball. Because the volleyball.
Right,
Dude, we
because
should
it's
we
one of
should
the
do
better
a whole
fighting series.
stream where Mad plays Stellar Blade.
Do I have to stare at that butt the whole time? That's the
Yes,
game I want
you
in first
do.
person.
Well, you don't get it in first person.
Matt has never
Unless you
seen
mod
cool.
it.
I've seen Cool World with Brad Pitt.
Oh, dude, Cool World changed my life.
Team Ninjas on what the fuck is a Team Ninja?
That's the company that makes the game you were just talking about, Dead or Alive.
Oh, okay. No, it's not as if I'm not a fan of boobs. Everyone is a fan of boobs. It is cartoon boobs specifically. I don't understand.
They're just as good as regular boobs.
No,
Y'all-
they're
y'all-
not
y'all
just as
keep-
good because you can't actually squish them or do anything.
Yeah,
with them.
exactly. You're
Uh,
complaining.
we're
do
almost
look-
there,
They
Brahma.
do look great.
We're almost there, Brahma. Technology's come a long way.
Pig boobs didn't help Culture Casino. What?
Well, I mean, there was that that one stream where we were all topless for his 10K celebration.
Yes, you can appreciate the female form, but not a cartoon. Why is this? You know what? Moving on. We're gonna watch this video. Talking way too much about women in positive ways tonight.
It's your new channel.
Isn't that your channel?
I forget.
I thought this channel was a
Yeah,
feminist
the,
channel.
the new brand
It
is
is.
supposed to be.
And we did do some misogyny. We talked
We-
about how women aren't funny for the most
No,
part.
so
I played
we're
the heel.
so we will definitely.
Blade.
No, I'm trying
Yes,
to
played.
eliminate
It was
the.
all clearly an act. I love women. I think they're great.
Yeah, I'm just trying to take down the heteronormative patriarchy in this post, late stage capitalism society we live in.
I still
love that
feel
you
like we are
said
getting
stuff
just part
that
of the
is
conversation with Poe.
As okay.
I
as
don't know
any
what's going on with that.
PhD thesis I've ever seen.
Ready?
Always ready.
Get on your belly, Mr. Pancake!
Mr. Pancake.
I don't remember what happens in this, but my first thought was like, wait a minute, is that an insult? Is he calling like you? He's one of those guys that don't curse, so they'll say like, doggone it, and weird things. In
You
Yeah,
slug in
gummit.
a ditch.
yeah.
What
So-
happened to the hamsters?
So Mr. Pancake is his motherfucker.
Interesting.
In the name of the law, Pancake, get on your belly!
See, that's what makes me think that they're just fucking with him. In the name of the law, Mr. Pancake, get on your belly.
And he's wearing a full tracksuit in leopard print.
Yep.
Wow.
Where are the gerbils? Where are the gerbils? Please don't tell me you put a
Wait
gerbil
a
somewhere.
Where are the
What?
Germans? Where are the Germans?
Where are the gerbils?
That is the Jibbles.
This is the Gerbil Inquisition.
For your safety, is there a gerbil inside you?
In the early morning,
Oh my
Where are the
god.
gerbils?
Oh my
Please don't tell
god.
me you put a
Is
gerbil
this
somewhere
real?
else.
Because it feels like it's
Yes, this is real.
There's no way this is real.
Yes, it is. It is 100% real.
Is this Richard Gere?
Oh, God, there is a gerbil.
Is Richard Gere Mr. Pancake?
For your safety, is there a gerbil inside you?
in the early morning hours of July 9th, 2024, officers from the Columbus Division of
This
Police
was
in
only
Hilliard,
a year
Ohio, are
ago?
Mad,
Huh?
maybe he's known to the cops, kind of like Corn Pop was a really
Yeah.
bad dude. Maybe Mr. Pancake is just a known.
That's definitely
Thing.
what it is. Because we had guys that we knew that
Get
what
on
I mean.
your
That
belly,
became across all the
Mr.
time.
Pancake.
In the name of the
But
law.
did you call them by their
Yeah.
nicknames?
No, did I? Doesn't depend on who they were. If I even if I
Yeah,
knew
it
their real
depends
name.
on the kind of relationship he had
Yeah.
with that particular individual.
That's true. Yeah.
are called to
Mad was
action
a very
when a
close relationship with Mr. Pancake, but Aunt Jemima was always a problem.
alarms trigger in several
been
local
canceled.
businesses, reporting break-ins. As they race to the scene searching for the suspect, officers are oblivious to the strange chain of events about to unfold.
Well, yeah, because they haven't unfolded yet. They would be.
Why do we
Get
have
on your
unsolved
belly, Mr.
mysteries level
Pancake.
narration going?
I
on
don't
for
know.
this
culminating
thing?
in an unexpected animal rescue mission.
Oh God, they're gonna request this body camera video.
At the crack of dawn on a July morning, a man out
Yes,
walking
you
his
know that's
dog
gonna
calls
happen.
911 after hearing alarms and witnessing a break-in at a nearby construction company in Hilliard, Ohio.
There's someone in the back. They're breaking in something.
How many people are out there?
I don't see anything, but I hear them plain as daylight.
Even though the call
You know, hear them plain as daylight. What?
Yeah, I hear daylight all the time. Man, once the daylight finally comes out, like, that's better than an alarm clock because it's so fucking loud, right?
Is it like a buzzing? Like you lift
It's
a.
like, even if I close the curtains, it's like, shut the fuck up, daylight!
can
asleep.
hear the destruction
I feel like
echoing
this is
across
just
the
going to end
street.
with, well, geez, Brody, how else am I supposed to get the hamster out of there? Mall rats.
He
is
offers no
Mallrats.
clue as to who might be doing this.
Move yourself,
or how
I'm
many
on a different
people
window.
May be involved.
I
Okay.
just hear a whole bunch of
This is a
bang,
different
like, boom,
show.
Boom.
All right, we'll get someone out there.
Yes, ma'am.
Just as emergency dispatch notifies the officers, another call comes in minutes later. This time, the caller is the general manager of Roosters.
Do you think this is his real voice or is this an AI voice? Because it's
It's
so
AI.
on like
I'm not hearing any of the usual AI ticks
Yeah.
or cuts, though. It sounds like a real person.
because it's such like the go-to voice for unsolved mystery type.
It's AI.
I mean,
Is
if
it-
it's AI, it sounds more real than Chad.
It's a script that he gave
Probably.
AI so it doesn't have
Yes.
to pause or do anything. It's
Yeah.
just literally reading the script.
I get that, but I can still usually pick up on if it's AI or not.
I mean, it's
on the
really good
cameras, and I
AI.
got a description of the person. It looks like a late teens to mid 20s Hispanic male. He has
Oh, crap,
I
that's
can't tell if it's,
Pancake.
camo, but it's like a print sweatsuit on,
It's leopard, not camo.
and he has a book bag on too, and it looks like he was on foot.
As officers reach Rooster,
Okay, that should be an easy one. It looks like he's on foot. If you see him, it should be pretty easy to tell whether or not he's on foot. You know, because of the car.
emergency dispatch relays crucial
Boosh says
information
it's his
to
real
help them
voice. He
secure
showed
the
up on
building.
camera a couple years ago because of people like us.
Oh, really? See?
Columbus Police, anybody in here, make yourself known!
What? There's-
The only fault they want. It almost looks like blood, but I don't see blood anywhere else. I've been looking on the floor, and it doesn't make sense that he would have blood on a rock before he threw it through the window. Yeah.
Even though officers are unsure about
He
the
was firing
substance,
himself up.
it seems that the suspect may have used the rock to break into the restaurant.
Yeah.
Well,
That
yeah.
makes sense that it'd be dried, but it looks like blood. Yeah, I'd say it is. Fresh.
And he
With a
bets that the rock
probability of
bounced
blood.
off the glass into his forehead, and then he
The
picked
first
it back
time?
up and tried again.
Oh, right. Oh, shit. I got a couple of tips here.
No
Alex
way.
Halo for $1 says, and it was only 3 minutes ago. Those poor gerbils, they've seen things they shouldn't have. I feel like that's the life of most. When you're a gerbil, when you're born, I think you should just have that one day I'm going to be inside of someone.
I mean, yeah, there's two options for a gerbil at this point. Either the father gerbil eats them right after birth, and they go inside of him, or they go inside of a human male.
He Clay for $5. Thank you, brother. Says, here's to good friends. Tonight is kind of special. Yeah, I'd say
Like retarded?
yes. No.
Oh, okay.
Tonight is kind of special. Kind of wanted it to be special.
At the crime scene, officers try to find its source, completely unaware of a brewing disturbance developing rapidly at a nearby business.
It's so dramatic.
I'll go see if I can figure out the answer to this.
As the officers regroup at the parking lot,
Was he doing commentary for the body cam footage?
Yes.
That's interesting.
one
Mhm.
of them shares vital information of a potential suspect from a sighting he had earlier.
I saw him over by like Westchester walking on the side of the road. Hey, it literally looks like those pajamas, like cheetah print pajamas. Yeah.
It might look like that in the camera. I mean, I'm sure.
Well, the one I saw was a real dark skin. It was also dark, so.
It was also dark, but I'm
I-
just
I've-
assuming. I'm assuming.
I've never thought about it, how this is a possibility where with the body cams and everybody knows that they're on camera, so they
You
play
can
up to
narrate.
it. Yeah,
Yeah.
well, yeah, you just play up to it. Like you're more dramatic, I would say. Not dramatic, but like
Oh, no,
more.
one I saw was definitely
Every
no
now and
ladder.
then you just
The
reach
officer's
down on your
description of
shirt
the
and
suspect
lift it up and
matches
have
the
it
one
look
that
directly
Rooster's
into your
manager
face
had
as you
shared
say hello.
earlier.
Oh, I would. Oh, thank God I never had to deal with one. But if I did, I would at some point be like, I bet you're wondering how I got here. Well, we're going to have to go to the beginning.
As officers chalk out their next plan of action, an unexpected update comes over the radio that escalates this situation into the realm of the bizarre.
At Petland? Well, now we know why he was wearing leopard. He wanted to blend in.
At Petland,
Sneak
placed
up on
closer
the
to
gerbils.
Roosters in the same shopping center, an officer reports seeing dogs in the
look at the
parking
puppies.
lot. As officers race over to the store, they encounter a bewildering scene of chaos.
That's the best fucking call. I wish I would go to a call where I'm having to like, you know what I mean, to what is it called, herd in fucking puppies, you know what I mean? Like, how lucky are you as a cop that you get to spend your night catching puppies? Nope,
Depends on
nobody
if
else.
you're
All right,
allergic, I guess.
I guess everybody else is like, fuck puppies.
Well, they're playing games.
No, I'm just trying to. I don't know that it would be like, hey, I'm super glad I get to corral puppies.
They're fucking puppies. Most nights you're dealing with people puking and shitting everywhere and trying to spit on you and like take shot. It would be a nice break if one night we're just wrangling puppies.
I mean,
Oh,
definitely
I,
better than
I had to
cats.
run back. I had to run back because
Oh,
of the
thank
puppy
you.
thing.
Thank you.
So, here's my concern with the puppy thing. Like, did he try to shove those up his ass too?
He came all the way back up here for an update on his
Address
asshole.
is 5253 Toad Run Road. And if we can work on the keyboard, the whole pet lands out in the parking lot.
As dozens of
Yeah, okay.
Well, why wouldn't they be looking for where the animals got out rather than asking for a key?
Poe said goodnight again, but I don't know if he's talking to us or his
Good night, Poe.
invisible friend. that he's
Thanks
been
for being here,
arguing
brother.
Sure, that's two of them. You know, 'cause there's no.
finding them will result in one of the evening's most
with. Dude, those puppies are gonna need so much
wandering
therapy.
animals. They find an answer
Well, we
to
can
an
write a
earlier
whole
mystery.
article about how the puppies won't go to therapy because they'll just depend on their mate.
By the way, Booze, thanks for sending me the director's cut of this video.
All right. So question is, so he came out where else, and it doesn't make sense. That so make sure, yeah. Run earlier.
Charged with possession
Good lord, how long does it take for them to get to him?
north of Petland.
Okay, so there's no one at the store. Correct. But Matt, as a cop,
Uh-huh.
wouldn't that be probable cause to enter through the broken glass that the animals are escaping from? Why would they be calling for a key?
I don't know.
Hmm.
I mean, even if there's nobody at the store, if you were trying to round up the dogs that are escaping from the store, couldn't you then just go back through the glass that was broken to put
Maybe
them in
they
there?
didn't want to be like Pee Wee Herman from Pee Wee's.
Maybe they needed a key to the actual cages.
Yeah, that's true too.
Now Chad should feel real sad because E-Clay said that like 7 minutes ago.
What
but
did
Chad's
E-Clay
not
say?
It's like the ending of Pee-wee's Big Adventure, where he's
Oh.
saving all the animals.
You guys are highlighting stuff, right? While I'm in the other
I
tab.
Am,
Of course,
yes.
we're highlighing everything.
Thank you. Not Sherry, unless she's changed her icon.
Oh,
back.
I've highlighted Sherry a few times.
Ugh.
Oh, we passed it. Okay. I'll glove off.
You all should have gloves on.
I'm getting.
Moments later, backup arrives.
Is always a nice indicator when you see someone and you immediately think, "Oh, I need latex on."
I need
and a frenzied
gloves.
struggle ensues as officers pounce on Matthew and attempt to put an end
Officers
to this night of
pounce. So
Like
what
a
is this?
leopard.
A fucking Democrat newsletter? Jesus.
Attempt to put an
Officers
end to
pounce.
this night of havoc.
I got second hands. Yeah, I got called on.
By the way, this is why I had my gloves that I would wear all the time whenever I dealt with people, Kevlar lined fingers and palms so you don't get stick and stuff like that.
Yeah,
It's
and they didn't
great.
work from what you told us.
What? No. Okay. What? Wait. No. What are you talking about?
Didn't you like still get stuck with
That was because of the
needles,
latex
like,
glove.
multiple
No,
times?
it was with the kit where you test different substance, right? Like cocaine, marijuana, whatever.
Yeah, you kept breaking the glass.
Yeah, inside of it. But I had to then wear my Kevlar things on top of my latex gloves to prevent it from happening. Hey, Alex sends in another tip. Thanks, brother. Hilariously, police will forget that the camera record even while off and save like 10 minutes of video before you turn it on, and police get caught planting drugs on people. Sometimes you have to plant evidence to give yourself enough time to find evidence. Does that make sense?
No.
It's like a placeholder.
Yes.
No.
That's the truth.
Mr. Pancake, you're under arrest.
Don't move.
On your belly. Roll over. Get on your belly, Mr. Pancake. On your belly.
How did they know his name was Mr. Pancake?
Well, because they I guess we should have watched the whole fucking thing, but they figured it out somehow. I saw that they were talking about he had charges for different things or whatever.
Were they all gerbil related?
By the way, you can't tell me you unironically said, in the name of the law, get on your belly, Mr. Pancake.
I don't know. In the heat of the moment, you might unironically say something like that.
Maybe.
Other hand right here.
I mean, my code word for if I found an explosive device in a vehicle was jujubes.
Oh, that makes sense, though.
Because it's something you'd never say in a normal conversation,
Right.
but it's also very easy to bring up. Hey, man, I could really go for some jujubes right now.
See,
Remember
I
jujubes?
use buttercups.
That works too.
There's a lot of blood.
After subduing him, officers notice copious amounts of blood leaking from Matthew's wounded hands. But this is
What
far
about
from
his
the
ass?
most compelling piece of evidence they're about to uncover.
Knew we'd find him. Good job, Mr. Pancakes. Knew we'd find him eventually.
It's Mr. Pancake. Get it
Where are
right.
the gerbils? All right. In case nobody mentioned it already, you're under arrest. I think we did like 7 times. Go ahead and roll them on side.
You got clothes on under this? Where's the pink slash white?
Said he was taking him for arson yesterday.
Oh, there's something in this.
Yeah, what am I even arrested for? I was walking around.
Yeah, you're walking around. Okay.
Grab your hand. My hands have been working all day. I've been hating.
As Matthew offers weak
Now we've
excuses for the
discovered where the
cuts,
blood came
officers
from.
are closer to confirming what the witness had reported.
Right.
5439 Roberts Road, a copy. And is it okay for the medics to go in? I told him it was.
Yep, we haven't got
They're having to cut his fucking leopard
Is it
pajamas.
glass?
Is it okay for the medics to do? I already
There's a
told
dog
them it
collar.
was.
How am I under arrest?
Wait, what?
The person said, "Is it okay for them to do that?" I already told them it was the radio message.
I mean, he should be thanking them. Those pajamas are not doing him any favors.
Criminal
Nuh-uh.
damaging.
Oh, God, there is
Abusing animals. Oh, there are gerbils in there. Animal abuse.
Oh, there are gerbils in there.
Look at him laughing while he pulls
yeah.
out the gerbils.
Did
This
the
is
oth-
animal abuse.
Did Mr. Pancake just go, what the heck? As if he didn't know the gerbils were there?
Multiple gerbils. There's multiple gerbils.
Maybe he was just sad that they were being removed from their location.
Multiple gerbils recovered.
Astonishingly, two
I love he said over the
God.
radio. Everyone listened like, what the fuck did he just say?
live gerbils are
Multiple
recovered from
gerbils
Matthew's pants.
recovered.
And against all odds,
I
they
love him
appear to
reading
be
this line.
unharmed.
Astonishingly,
Yeah,
2 live gerbils were removed from his pants.
I would add in physically, they were unharmed. Emotionally, it'll take time.
They've
So this is
seen
the story of Lemmy Winks.
Okay.
Somebody get my shoes. Do you have any more pets? Do you have any more gerbils on you?
Please don't tell me you put a gerbil somewhere else.
My shoes.
For your safety, is there a gerbil inside you?
We're still looking for one of those
Without a doubt,
puppies.
hunting
Where's
for
that
gerbils
puppy?
inside Matthew
Hold
was
on.
the last
For your
thing any of these
Yeah, because you got to know these things, bro.
officers
For
want
your
to do.
safety, is there any
And
other
probably this
animal,
one because there's-
reptile,
Search his
or
anal
amphibian
cavity.
in you?
And probably this one because there's shit in there too.
Get in there too.
I don't do rats. Mike's, I don't.
It's not a rat. It's a gerbil.
There is, it ain't no difference.
That sounded like Punk Waddle doing his video, his like phone message. It's not
yeah.
a rat, it's a gerbil.
It's a gerbil.
And gerbils.
And gerbils that you stole and abused.
Cody, you know what you gotta do.
Oh, poor new guy.
Officer Cody
situation
is
a
told
mo-
that he has to stick his
Yeah.
hand in and retrieve the gerbil. He's hesitant to go elbow deep, but he's willing to do it because he's the rookie.
This is what we call a
moves from
cavity
shocking
search.
to hilarious as officers struggle to secure the gerbils.
I don't know, that seems mean. They've been traumatized enough.
I mean, the shit.
Why did the one person sound like the deaf guy from Family
You
Guy?
want me
Did yeah, that was a good one.
to hang on to these as evidence or photograph them and return them to the store?
these as evidence.
Oh no, they
Let's
took his
just make sure-
dog and gerbil.
Kind of have to. Oh man, the chain of custody on this one. It went from his asshole.
Let me stand him up. We check him. real
Listen,
good
if
for
you
more
want all
gerbils.
those gerbils, you're gonna have to do.
It's gonna be like Rick and Morty. Oh jeez,
LT,
man,
we
what
got
did
the
you do?
I'm sorry, LT. We got the gerbils.
We got the
We're in his
gerbils.
pants.
Mission accomplished. We
Yeah,
have the
that's what I was
gerbils.
thinking. I was like, when they got Osama, we got him.
We got him.
This is the greatest run ever.
Matthew offers no explanation for his actions and is taken into custody.
What are you gonna do with them?
It's gonna, I don't know, we're going to take a picture of him and take him back to the pet store?
What kind of
Yeah.
explanation can there be when you just
Yeah.
like to have your prostate scratched by a gerbil?
Oh, it was in his.
He had all that litter and stuff shoved in.
They were
Why?
living in his pant leg.
They were desperately trying to escape his pant leg. They were not living there by any means.
Amid a surreal situation involving
I
property
don't think any
destruction,
animal
bleeding
would've
wounds,
been
and
living.
stolen gerbils, officers pause a moment to document this unforgettable night.
Okay,
You know, those
good.
little bastards are really bitey. I'm surprised he wasn't bleeding from his legs.
I appreciate the guy's commentary far more than I actually like it. Does that make sense? Like,
Send
He
in
has
a
good
boa.
production value, but you didn't really care for it?
Send in a boa to get the other gerbils out.
Well, for me, it just yeah. Like it was fine. It was all right. Seeing what other videos they have here that not from that guy. But
Not from that guy.
oh, great, got another talker here. Hopefully it's
I'm
just like
filling
chatting.
in the silence.
Chat, chat, chat.
chat. Chatteria.
First, 2023. A deputy conducting stationary.
Okay, come on.
Hi there. Deputy Burkles, the Sheriff's Office, got your driver's license on you?
When asked for his ID, he fumbled around the center console and checked the back seat, unaware that it had been in his front pocket the entire time.
Oh, that's a good
I
sign.
mean, all of that would have been covered by the body cam footage.
Just because of the window tint. Oh, really? Okay, gotcha. Where'd you buy it from? Chicago? Gotcha. Okay, all right. Do you have proof of insurance for the vehicle at all? Where are you coming from?
In speaking with Eugene, he displayed signs of nervousness, such as trembling hands,
Signs
avoiding direct eye
of
contact, and
nervousness.
coming from an area notorious for drug trafficking.
Dude, okay, pause.
gotcha.
Right? Like, signs of nervousness when you get pulled over are kind of common. Like, the first couple of times I got pulled over, I was pretty fucking nervous.
Oh wait, were you like really tanned? Why were you worried?
Because I got pulled over.
Yeah, but come on.
Like, I'm just saying, like, nervousness alone.
I was making a but you're white, you have nothing to be nervous about joke.
Oh, yeah, I get it.
Yeah, that's all right.
That's
Kind of
okay,
like when you
Tand,
pointed out to
yeah.
Brahma that meth was not
Yeah,
used.
Yeah,
it's
meth.
not known
Meth
to be.
Meth is the white person's drug.
It's their crack.
While you're working on your insurance, I'll
I
be right
also
back with
called
you,
the
okay?
burglary right on that one.
Yeah, but you didn't call the possession of
And
an
you-
illegal substance right.
And he also lost the tournament.
While reviewing Eugene's criminal history, the deputy discovered he was a convicted felon.
Yeah,
God.
Brahma, if you're not first, you're last. So you're in the same
While,
boat as me and Chad.
while reviewing Eugene's criminal
hop
history,
on out of the car?
they discovered that he was an El Salvadorian living in Maryland, so they promptly let him go on the orders of the FBI.
Oh, you don't got to be scared. Is there anything to be scared about?
As expected, Eugene swiftly placed the vehicle into drive and rapidly fled at a high velocity.
Uh-oh.
Hop on out of the
Okay.
car.
A high
You just-
velocity?
You just said the
What, did he
same
launch
thing.
himself out of a fucking trebuchet?
Yeah, I don't think that. Yeah, velocity, right? That's like mostly.
Speed?
No, it is. Yeah, but I thought it was like more specifically like in space or in air, rather than just. Anyway, the point is he said the same thing 3 times. He drove
You
away
could have
fast
just said high speed. You
or
know?
rapidly fled.
Yeah.
Drove away fast and rapidly fled.
Not gonna cut any.
Didn't he also say as expected?
Yes.
It's like, so now you're narrating what the cops expected?
Or
Wouldn't
maybe
one
he's
of them
saying
have been
that
in the car if they
it's what
expected it?
I expected.
Speeds right now are 95 to
Based on his skin color, we expected this to happen. Like that.
As expected.
driving around vehicles right now. Road conditions.
This one's boring too,
Direction
man.
of Eugene.
Cops like,
Boss-
finally, I get to go over the speed limit and get somewhere
Boss,
on time.
send me some good ones, man. Soul Assassin, anybody. Send me good ones. And in fact, if you don't have me on Twitter, you can send it to our email, madcheesemo@gmail.com. Or if you want to just call in and describe a video you once saw, you can call and leave a voicemail at 726-610-5357. What's up,
You're
awesome?
really committed to this phone thing.
I was
It's
so
I'm
close
gonna
to getting
fucking
the banner up before you did.
Poe, it's a new channel. You were a mod on the old channel.
And Mad doesn't
I
actually
swear, Poe
monitor
has
his
said
chat.
good night like 4 times. Who's he talking to?
All of us. Like, man, it happens. You know, you're like, all right, I'm going to bed. Wait, what did you say? And then you just get stuck there.
I suppose. Brahma and Imp try to drag me into that all the time. It's really
I mean,
hard to
that
get away from
never
a
happens to
conversation with
Mad
them.
because if he doesn't get a link within the first 5 seconds of
No,
making
no, no,
himself
no.
known, he just leaves the chat.
That's not always true. If I get into it with chat, I'll usually stick around a little bit longer if I'm going back and forth with somebody. That happens
But
sometimes.
only in that specific circumstance.
Or if I send a super chat or a message and now I'm waiting on them to respond to me, then I gotta wait for a while. You know what I mean? Because I'm not gonna leave before I'm acknowledged. That'd be weird.
Would it
I
though?
must be acknowledged before I can leave.
Somebody better say something to me so I can get out of here.
Yeah. I don't see what the problem with that is. What the fuck did I
Okay.
just say?
I don't know anymore.
I don't see the
Something.
problem with what that is. Oh, that was a mess. Sorry, I'm doing things as well. Damn it. Can somebody grab the link from Soul Assassin? I just switched out of that for something else. Oh, wait, never mind. I got it right here. Sorry, I'm a genius.
I was gonna say I'm not a producer, so
What the fuck?
And we're just trusting Soul Assassin now on your new
I
channel.
trust the dude.
Won't do
I
chat
trust Soul.
music, but
I don't
I
trust
know.
him.
Soul Assassin's been around long enough to know what we can
Oh, and
get
I've
away
seen this
with.
one before too.
Oh, so you did preview it.
No, I just opened it up and I was like, oh, I've seen this one.
You fast, bro, but you ain't fast enough.
Bro,
You ain't get me. I got you. Oh, don't tase me. That shit just stings.
my safe word is pineapple juice.
It's warm.
They just like that. Cross your ankles.
Ooh.
Oh, you know what? This is actually, I think this is
Alex.
this is bullshit. This is fake. I think this
You
is
gonna take pictures?
Bring your ankles up to your butt.
Fuck, man. What's my safe word?
Bring your ankles up to your butt.
That's how far I go. You think I'm in Pilates?
Say just like that.
Ooh, oh, that's cute.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
watch
think
your
I
hand,
I think
bud.
this
Oh,
isn't.
Yeah, it's
that's my lighter.
definitely fake.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure it is. All right. Well, maybe we're right about a soulless assassin.
Say goodbye to your friend Alex.
Oh, bye, Alex.
He's got to get up in 4 hours
Bye,
for
brother.
a trip.
Thanks for hanging out, man. I like Alex. Him and Black Sun are the only two that have ever came over here from freaking
Lit.
Yeah. I don't know why. I mean, I'm always nice to Chad. I put in effort.
I have been a part of that chat, and I don't know if nice is the word I'd use for you.
They 100% get all the bits that I do.
I don't understand anything that goes on that channel, so.
Well, I mean, you would if I'm on, because I totally take it somewhere else. All right, so this is I forgot her name.
Schneidecker Paradox.
Yep, conservatives versus comedy. Since we were talking about women being funny earlier.
I'm just kidding. This is a joke we like to play at a neighborhood kid sometime.
Oh yeah,
Although we had to
character.
stop after Mr. Peterson killed his wife and kids
I
across
don't
the
like
street.
that the lips aren't
The
synced
joke
with the
lost
voice.
its spark, if
No,
you will,
that's really
because it
throwing me
became
off.
too real.
Oh, it's
That's
still
what we're
synced
going
on
to be
mine.
talking about today. The delicate balance of the performance muses, comedy and tragedy, as we look at two works from two man comedians who exemplify this paradox.
You know
I'd
she's
like to give a
absolutely
warning
going to
that we
throw in
will
a
be discussing racial
don't
stereotypes and Rob Schneider, both deeply upsetting and almost synonymous topics. So, grab the nearest alt comic performing in your backyard as we discuss two films in conversation.
All right,
Life
fuck
and
off.
Rob Schneider's wife. And
Oh, god damn it.
I watch Real Rob. Real Rob is a Rob Schneider Productions show starring Rob Schneider about Rob
What?
Schneider's life and Rob Schneider's wife. But before we talk about where Rob is, let's take a look at where Rob's been. Rob Schneider got his break as a writer on SNL in 1988.
Anybody like Rob Schneider?
I like him.
Yeah.
I like his political takes now.
Yeah, he's conservative
and
as fuck.
Yeah, I'm
He
gonna
had
skip
some
that.
okay skits back in the SNL days, but
And
did
his,
not
his
like the
stand-up
movies.
now, where he just talks about how ridiculous the politics of America are. It's pretty funny.
I haven't seen
He
it
had
in a
a
long time.
few interesting, funny bits in Adam Sandler movies, but
Yeah.
nothing that he
You
was like
can
the
do
star
it.
of. that I
All
liked.
night long.
And what boomers are mad
You
at
can
Gen
do
Z for
it.
rejecting, look no further.
I am so lesbian right now.
But what really set Rob Schneider apart
Deuce
was his
Bigelow has some
age-old
great
dedication to
lines
the
you can use.
comedic
That's
art
a huge
of
bitch.
crude racial stereotypes. Such as, but not limited to, Yellowface and I Now Pronounce You Chuck and Larry, pretending to be Native American in bedtime stories, playing a Palestinian who plants a bomb to kill Adam Sandler's Israeli counter-terrorist in You Don't Mess with the Zohan, playing a Saudi businessman in
Wow, it's so odd. Like now, because I used to think it was just actors pretending to be someone else.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like they were
Why,
acting.
why are all these black actors pretending to be white characters? Can
I'm
we
surprised
call them out for that?
she hasn't brought up Fisher Stevens from Short Circuit yet.
Well,
Because
because it's
she's
about
only bringing up Rob Schneider.
I know, but they always seem to work that one in when they talk about people
Click
doing...
where the character's name
Well, and
becomes
Mickey
a racist
Rooney
punchline.
from Breakfast at Tiffany's.
Yeah, I brought him
Topped
up earlier.
off with his short-lived CBS sitcom Rob, which was hailed as TV's worst new show and genuinely offensive.
I can believe that
Race-based
because
humor
I've never
is a
heard of it.
long-standing tradition held near and dear to flailing comedians
What
to
is
this
wrong
day.
with her
And
hair?
because art often
She's a really
imitates
angry
life,
person,
Rob
huh?
Schneider's also
She
Yeah.
is
It's
theater
so fake.
kid all
Yes,
the way through.
100%. Yes, he is on stage.
an anti-vaxxer, showing up on episodes of a Pure Flix Modern Family ripoff.
Oh, it's you. Unfortunately for everybody, it is.
And once tried to lecture the late U.S. Representative John Lewis about Martin Luther King Jr.
Dr. King didn't give in to his anger or his hurt. That he's right though. What are
Yeah.
you talking?
Despite the fact that
he's
John
right.
Lewis was one of the big six who literally organized the March on Washington, where Dr. King gave his "I Have a Dream."
So this is
Then
a
he
hit
should know
job.
better than anyone else. Well, I don't know. Maybe it's getting the things he finds bad, and then she's gonna start praising him.
I told you. It's
No,
on
this
my
whole video was a
darkest
hit
days
job.
that I watched.
No,
Real
why would I
Rob.
do that?
Because if Rob Schneider has made a lifelong contribution to bad comedy, then Real Rob is his Sistine Chapel. If it was painted with shit. Real Rob is a clumsy mashup of what appears to be attempts to emulate Louis C.K., Larry David, and Modern Family all at the same time, clawing at relevancy and
How dare he take inspiration from previous movies and shows?
Yeah, I was about to say Modern Family was known for being completely original with all of its gags.
Yeah.
First with a few infomercials to push his real-life vitamin company.
Wow, you know more about vitamins and organic foods than the people that work here. I go on the websites all the time for health. I read all the books about it. I become an expert in it.
Here, let me summarize a few of the episodes.
Please
In this
do.
one, Rob Schneider gets a job promoting penis-enhancing tea. And he's mad about it.
Suck
Red Gun Tea?
In this
Is
one,
it
Rob
Red Gun
Schneider's
Tea,
wife
man?
gets a trainer. And he's mad about it.
We're gonna have that whole counter deballed.
In this one, Rob Schneider is worried because he doesn't have a thing like other comedians.
Every celebrity has their own thing, except for me.
And he's mad about it. In this one, Rob Schneider's daughter is accepted into a progressive preschool.
We're able to be the #1 off-the-grid sustainable negative carbon school in Southern California.
I would be mad if that's what he fucking said to me.
Yeah, I'd be mad
And
too.
he's mad about it. Are you sensing a theme? There's an episode where Rob Schneider
Yeah, the theme is that in this story, conflict happens and then it has to be resolved.
Yeah, and normally when conflict happens, you get upset about it.
Yep.
I love the idea that a sitcom dad getting grumpy about things in his life and having to resolve it is somehow like, oh, look how crazy he is for doing this as a comedy.
It's almost like it's relatable, and this bitch doesn't realize that most Americans,
Well,
they
I think
deal
the problem
with shit like that.
I think the problem is he's getting mad about the wrong things.
Oh, right.
gets away
He's
with
not
running
getting
someone
mad
over
about
with a car
the plight of the woman. Is that it?
Yeah, exactly.
because he's rich and cops love him. And this guy is an actual cop. There's another
Okay, I don't think that is why. That feels like a I've never seen that show, but it feels like a misrepresentation of how he got away with it. Maybe not.
episode where Schneider pretends to be a person with learning disabilities. And in case this isn't already clicking, Schneider used his own money to make the show, and that's the only reason it ended up on Netflix. It didn't cost Netflix anything to make it. It's a cautionary.
Wait, but wouldn't Netflix still have to pay for the rights?
Yeah.
Yeah.
In
that's
fact,
not how that
Netflix,
works. It's
for
not-
most of Netflix content is
That's
made that way.
exactly how it's made. Yeah.
I feel like wearing a pink sweater with red hearts all over it isn't really indicative of who you are, lady.
Cautionary tale, a nightmare for any comedy writer to watch, and plays like an ancient relic from another time when women were considered.
I mean, while I
Not
stepped
funny.
away, I don't know if you guys all pointed it out, but again, the eyes. It's always
Yeah,
the
those
eyes.
crazy eyes.
They're
Also,
crazy.
I another time when women were considered not funny. That's bold in a video where you haven't been funny.
Finding myself slipping into that well-tread path of depression now, pulling the weighted blanket over my heart as my third consecutive Chicago winter hits. The emptiness behind the show's humor is the emptiness between my brain's serotonin.
Lol.
Oh, ha, ha, ha.
Well, this
She
is
tried to
getting
use-
so much funnier.
They have a matinee.
She's
She
She
really
tried to use big words.
And they're gonna let
killing
you
it.
perform as a mime.
See, maybe this is when she should put in like a clip to let us know how we should feel. Like, I don't know, maybe from Game of Thrones. Let me think. Maybe
a Nicolas Cage movie.
No, Game of Thrones where we'll say
some puking.
Yeah, is there a scene like that that you could use in a quick clip to let us know how you feel about
Not that I know of.
Okay, I do want to give some praise. At least she doesn't do that. She doesn't rely on people seeing clips to know how they're supposed to feel emotionally.
No,
I'm
but she
okay
admitted
with
to
that,
it.
though.
Butterfly.
Yeah, I am to a point. I think it can be overused and used as a crutch to.
It needs to be varied.
Yeah, and
I agree.
Well, also I think people use it because it's a supplement. Like it's substituting your own humor for just references.
Yeah, it's the spice. It's not the main course.
But also, editing takes a lot of time and is annoying.
No shit.
Flaps his wings in
That's why
Wisconsin,
I
and on
started
the other
only
side
doing
of
live
the world,
streams.
a
Yeah.
butterfly sleeps. While there's one Rob Schneider ideology, there's an equal but opposite approach. Timothy Richard Heidecker is a man who needs no introduction.
He absolutely does. I have no idea who the
Yeah,
fuck he
I
is.
don't know who the fuck you're talking about.
If she said Anthony Jeselnik, sure.
Well, to be fair,
I-
she said, who needs no introduction if you dated?
If you dated any super senior aspiring novelists who quit weed in order to write more in college. Or
That was not funny.
What does that even mean?
I get. By the way, is every time she does this, because it's derivative of other jokes I've heard over and over again. But one of her biggest complaints was how Snyder was just copying all these other things, and yet everything she is doing is just a worse version of things I've seen. You know,
Dude, I feel like
Or, you know, had
this
your...
is really driving home my argument. It really is.
Sherry, she
It's-
does have a jawline.
it's just coincidence that I'm playing this, that we're watching this after talking about
third eye opened at a young age with Tom Goes to the Mayor.
what the fuck.
Unfortunately, I was the former.
Tom Goes to
But
the
the
Mayor
project
was
that I like to
something on Adult Swim on Cartoon Network way back in the day. It was
Uh-huh.
kind of funny. I enjoyed it.
Oh, okay.
Focus on is An Evening with Tim Heidecker. It's a stand-up special, but instead of him doing jokes as himself, Tim performs as an obnoxious, washed-up, right-wing version of himself, having somewhat of a complete mental breakdown on stage in front of a live audience.
Turn the fucking music off, Jack!
This version of Tim parodies the emptiness of voices of his own generation that don't know how to handle or don't want to handle their own flickering star.
My name is Tim Heidecker. I'm a comedian. When I tell people that, they say, "What do you mean, like Tim Allen?" I say, "Oh."
There's a deep...
How is
My-
that a right-wing parody?
Well, even that
Is
was
it
just a bad
because he-
fucking joke.
Because he mentioned Tim Allen, it's right wing.
anger in his character that comes out when he tries to exert control over the crowd.
I was at the movies the other day. I saw the new Batman, and what the fuck is funny about that? There's no reason to, you know what I mean? There's no reason to laugh at that.
He's not wrong.
How's that gonna cut?
The flashes
that
of
sounds good.
misogyny and racism strewn about the show, always followed by a
Maybe
penetrating
give an
It
example
always
of those
comes
things,
back
then.
to misogyny and racism, doesn't it?
Right, but give an example from
Yeah.
the bit that you're showing of those things rather than it was strewn throughout the show.
Yeah. Point out one time that happened, please.
I mean, she might, but at this point she has not when she's already said it.
I can sell your text, Brahma.
If it was a Bill Burr one, I would play the clip of him doing the classic bit of the epidemic of gold digging whores, bringing down great.
Yeah, but scientifically though, he's correct.
I mean, was Dave
Scientifically
Chappelle
speaking,
saying
yes.
that a guy should be able to walk away from a baby if a woman
Dude, my wallet,
has the
my
only
choice.
Well, yeah.
Was that
Insecure-
right wing?
that prop up those age-old comedy cliches. When I'm watching Tim's show, a very vivid memory comes to mind of seeing
So
my
that we can
friend
tear it
Bailey
apart,
Norton
Boosh.
perform stand-up at the Comedy Store in LA, and who skips to the front of the line to perform but Jamie Kennedy of Circle Circle Dot Dot fame. During his set, he started doing an accent as a joke.
Or maybe he was doing a joke and used an accent for it, not a joke about the accent.
And let me be clear, he didn't say any jokes while doing the accent. The extent of the joke was him doing...
I actually believe on this one. I think Jamie Kennedy is unbearably not funny, like aggressively not funny.
Yeah,
the
you're
accent.
probably not
Luckily,
wrong about
no
that.
one laughed because it wasn't funny.
But
so
he was
then
pretty
he
fly
started
for a white guy.
Yeah.
ripping into us, the audience, for not laughing. He accused us of being politically correct because the term cancel culture hadn't been invented yet. He was mad because the audience wasn't immediately rewarding his complete lack of effort. And
Yeah, he's a shit yeah, but that's not because of his whatever political views. And I don't even think I have no idea what his political
after
views
7
are.
minutes, he angrily left the stage.
My poor friend Bailey had to follow him, but she killed by opening with, "Is that the Circle Circle Dot Dot guy?"
Why would that kill? I have no idea what
Yeah.
circle
Are
dot
you
dot
sure
guy
she
is.
killed?
Yeah.
I remember him more from Scream than Circle Dot Dot.
Yeah.
I don't know what the hell she's talking about.
No,
Nobody does.
That
But that invisible switch from arrogant joke telling to immediate anger when not met with instant praise is wired into this generation of older comedians who seem to break, not bend, at the changing times.
In Tim Heidecker's stand-up character,
Whoa,
really...
what changing times? The changing times where it's like, yes, you're a comedian, but no, you're not allowed to be funny? Is that the change?
Well, the changing time is, yeah, you can talk about different topics as long as you are coming from the correct side of things.
And
also
as
don't
long
make
as
any
the topics
jokes.
aren't funny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Captures that rage. The simultaneous complete entitlement and complete denial. The refusal to adapt to an ever-evolving world. The attitude that if an audience doesn't laugh at your jokes, they must be lectured sternly about
Yes, Hannity fucking Gatsby. What are you talking about? Her entire fucking set is a lecture.
why it's
Oh, she's
okay
the
that your
worst.
Oh, yeah.
jokes are so out of date. They went out of style with
The
designer
idea
trucker
that this
hats,
girl made
Ed
fun
Hardy
of
shirts,
Netflix
and the
for
Jamie
licensing Rob Schneider's show, but didn't for Hannah Gatsby getting multiple stand-up.
Kennedy
Right.
What is her obsession with Jamie Kennedy?
experiment.
I tell a
Not
joke, you?
entirely sure.
Thank you very much.
Tim
I kind of like that.
has constructed a show that comments on the insecurities of other comedians. While a show like Real Rob is a product of
Oh, hold on, though. Those are two entirely different things. You're comparing a sitcom to someone's care. Like,
Yeah.
oh, how about I say this? So I'm going to be comparing The Wire to Larry the Cable Guy.
You're gonna have some different
Okay.
comparisons there.
Shit.
of those insecurities.
That
In
was for you,
studying
Matt.
Rob Schneider and Tim Heidecker, we've stumbled upon a paradox, one that I call the Schneidecker paradox.
Oh, okay. Well, now we know this. What
I
the term-
hate
Snyder-
this woman.
This woman has said she's a stand-up comedian of
No,
some-
And yet she has said not one funny fucking thing this entire time.
I don't think she said that.
Don't think she said she was a stand-up
Yeah.
comedian. I think she
thought
just thinks
said
she's
she-
funny.
I thought she was talking about having to go up on stage.
No,
after
her
people-
friend. Her friend had to go on.
Yeah,
Well,
her
by
friend
proxy-
killed it, according to her.
By proxy, her friend is clearly a talentless hack as well.
Oh, absolutely. We heard her first joke.
Although these comedians sit at opposite ends of the political spectrum in real life, the Rob
And
of,
also two entirely different memes we're talking about.
of Real Rob and the Tim of An Evening with Tim Heidecker form a kind of comedy horseshoe theory. Playing versions of the same character,
Wait, so is it a paradox or is it a horseshoe theory?
She still hasn't given us an example of where the dude on the left was just doing a right-wing,
What? No, that's his whole bit, though. He's doing a character of.
But she didn't give us any example of it. She
Yeah,
didn't show
remember when he-
anything from his stand-up that he did
Yes.
except for mentioning the words Tim Allen.
No, remember he did the thing where he's like, "What are you laughing at?" I haven't even said the joke yet.
That's right-wing?
Yes, because he's angry.
but presented
Oh,
with
right.
opposite
Right-wing
intent.
people are all angry. No, just me. Thank you very much.
I'm getting angry now.
One is a commentary on a type of person. The other is simply that person. One is a clever deconstruction of reactionary politics.
My wife comes home with these no-salt chips. Fuck you.
Didn't she
no more
just
bullshit.
spend 10 minutes crapping on this guy and now she's calling him
Who?
clever?
No, she hasn't crapped on him at all.
No, she loves this guy.
Loves
'cause he
this guy.
hates, He
Okay.
hates the chuds.
Yeah, and he's doing a character making fun of the people that she doesn't like. Also, how is that a right wing position of my wife came home with no salt chips and I was like, fuck that bullshit.
No,
Yeah, I
think-
would too.
Isn't this the guy she says is left wing? I don't
Yes,
even know.
yes, he's
Left-wing
doing
posing
a,
as right-wing.
No,
I'm
not
Or
posing.
doing a bit as right-wing.
Yes.
The other is a reactionary.
The Sharia law? That's tough. If a woman has sex before marriage, they could stone her
That's
to
true.
death. Man, I can imagine maybe one stone, like a little one. Whore. Huh?
Each one may
It's not bad. His
Actually
delivery
kind
was
of funny.
Yeah, his delivery was horrible, but
good.
it's a
I
good
like
fucking
that.
bit. Yeah.
make basically the same joke, but they're coming from opposite perspectives, making completely opposite arguments.
Oh, okay, let's
Both
hear his.
The Tim Heidecker stand-up character
Wait,
and the version of
I'm
Rob
sorry.
We're not going to get that one.
No, I'm sorry. Was she
I
comparing
think the potato chips thing was what she said
No.
was the same joke.
The other is simply that person. One is a clever deconstruction of reactionary politics.
My wife comes home with these no-salt chips. Fuck you. No more bullshit.
The other is a reactionary.
what? Okay.
The Sharia law? That's tough. If a woman has sex before marriage, they could stone her to death. Man, I can imagine maybe one stone, you know. Like a little one. Whore. Huh?
Each one may make basically the same.
That is not basically the same joke.
No,
Not
that
even
seems-
remotely the same.
Yeah. What now?
On
If he
what?
had thrown a rock at her because she didn't bring home chips with salt, that would maybe be closer, but
Yeah.
it would be nonsensical.
I mean, if you know, he would have went like, you know, oh, she didn't make me a sandwich, so I gave her a black eye, blah blah, something, right?
Sure.
But
But that's also a interpersonal relationship, not a religion stoning somebody for having sex before marriage.
the
That's
only
completely different still.
The only similarity it has is that women suck.
Joke, but they're coming from opposite
new channel.
perspectives, making completely opposite arguments.
What was the argument in his? Oh, okay.
The Tim Heidecker stand-up character and the version of Rob Schneider that we see on Real Rob are in a sense very real. Tim is playing a character based on very real people, and Rob seems to be pretty much speaking from his own real beliefs on his show. But at the same time, they're both very fake. Tim is being fake because he's playing a heightened character that doesn't reflect his personal beliefs. And Rob is being fake because he seems absolutely
You know, this woman's
incapable
gonna
of...
seem really messed up in about a year when it comes out that the other guy has been beating his wife.
Okay.
Interruption.
That's usually what happens, right?
But here's the thing. So she's making the claim that Rob's basically playing himself. But no, he's playing a hyper. I've never seen the show, but I feel as though it's like this exaggerated version of himself, and he has to be he has to have some fucking sense of self to.
It's like saying Larry David is just playing himself on Curb Your Enthusiasm. It is a heightened, hyper real version, just like you're saying.
It's
Tim Allen.
literally what I do every time I'm on YouTube.
Tim Allen with Tim the Tool Man Taylor. I mean, sure, Tim Allen in real life may like tools, but he's not acting like an idiot. And
Yeah,
that's not Tim Allen. That's
Yeah.
the character on the show.
Well, for me, for an example, because you know this is like the heightened version of me in real life. Yeah, women are fine. You know what I mean?
You're
a-
basically the same. I've hung around you.
Nuh-uh, bro.
Yeah, you don't change when we go off street. You're
But
the
well, it takes
same
me a little
guy.
bit. No, because I'm still on. It takes a little while to like
The
power down.
adrenaline has to pump out of the
okay.
system
Yeah,
before
yeah,
he
yeah,
can
yeah,
be
you
like,
gotta power down.
okay, I like boobs.
Gross. I would never
I
say
guess they're pretty cool. I mean,
that when they're on a bro.
Nature's natural target. I can see why people like them. Three concentric circles.
circles.
for it to construct the facade of being funny.
One of the best ways to see the Schneidecker paradox in action is to look at the aesthetic choices
Dude,
these
this
comedian
is
makes in
actually
their
making me
piece.
want to throw more support behind Rob Schneider.
It really is, right?
It's having the opposite effect.
I'm kind of with
let's
Boosh.
start-
I don't know why we're watching this.
Oh, because I didn't have anything left to do.
One of
We
the
got
first
8
things
minutes
you'll notice
left.
when you watch
We got
Real
chat
Rob
music.
is the
I'm not doing that on my channel.
saturated color palette. It's so extreme. There are scenes where everyone's skin looks orange, assaulting the very cones.
I'm sorry.
Oh, we're going
Did
with
he
the orange
also do
thing,
this
huh?
cinematography?
I'm not seeing what she's talking about.
Neither am I.
Yeah,
If
looks
anything,
like-
he blends into the cabinets.
Yeah, that's the problem.
Is it because he was standing in front of a bowl of oranges?
I mean, does she think that white people just look saturated?
No, she's talking about how there's a choice to do
The
this.
saturated look is common in comedies, especially sitcoms. It's a shorthand to communicate how fun and upbeat a show is. But Real
So
Rob
what she's
turns this up to
saying is that he's following standard production design.
Sitcom tropes.
That is turned up to 11.
an 11, screaming insecurities like, please remember this is supposed to be a comedy. I know you haven't laughed in a few episodes, but doesn't this orange color make you want to giggle? The color grading is so extreme and bad, even Rob's eyes are completely different colors from episode to episode. The comedy is...
They
it's
look to
almost
be
like-
pretty much the same color in that.
It looks like he was in a different style lighting, maybe
And also the
outdoor versus
resolution.
indoor.
The resolution
Also,
looked quite different.
I'm sorry, but what does that have to do with the comedy of the show?
Well, so
we've
she's
lost
comparing
the plot at this point, so it doesn't
she's-
really matter.
She's comparing the aesthetics of the two.
As
The
vibrant as
stand-up
these
show
colors.
and his comedy show on TV?
think
It's
so.
like you're seeing and hearing two completely different shows.
No, it's like you're
a fish
seeing and hearing two completely different shows.
What do? I guess we go back in time and feed the fish. Wait, we can't go back in time. That would require a time machine.
Not to explain comedy to you, but the joke here, in case you missed it, is that time machines.
No, hold on though.
I'm sorry, we got no context for
Yeah.
the joke.
Yeah.
Don't exist. A better artist would be able to utilize the juxtaposition of oversaturated colors with.
Oh, a
understated
better
dialogue.
artist. So you are you the better fucking artist? Because I ain't seen nothing yet.
And I've seen what you did to your eyes.
But Rob doesn't seem aware that this juxtaposition exists.
One of the other notable creative choices is the music. And I can't play it here because I don't want a copyright strike, but it's kind of like this.
I fucking hate her.
Yeah,
Yes.
I actually I want to strike her with violence at this point. Like that made me
In Minecraft.
very angry.
Oh boy. Well,
Slender
we'll
chooses
save the rest for
violence.
next time.
No, let's
Is this-
not ever
that is-
watch her
Boosh
again.
said he also sent you 3 body cam videos for
Oh, did
next
you?
time that you can keep ready to go in the
Man,
Awesome,
that
thank
was
you.
Almost as bad as that stand-up comedy HBO special you made us
Did we
watch.
do that on a stage? I mean, on a stream?
Yes,
We
the one.
did.
We gotta go
we
back and
did
finish
the one
that
where
one.
it was like on the rooftop in the
Yeah.
backyard thing, and
Yeah.
we never finished it because we
Because it
could
was
not
so
get through it.
terrible.
Unless it's Space Ice, he can make fun of Matt as much. Who's making fun of me? You can't convince me that's a real lady.
Yeah,
That was
Sherry
a-
really
that was
did not like that
terrible.
lady.
Nobody likes that lady.
No, like Sherry was going at her harder on the looks than we were.
And you were highlighting the chat, right? While I was in the other window?
Yes, I did.
Of course.
Sherry.
Chat, let me
that's
know
when
if
I
he's
said,
lying.
Sherry, she sure does look like she's got a man jaw, or a strong jawline, something like that. I can't
Well-
remember what I said.
So before we go, I just want to make a promise that next time I do a speakeasy, I will put more effort into what we're gonna do than the 5 minutes before we start. Probably.
No, you won't.
I
No, you
could.
Soul Assassin says, "Mads, play my song link."
See, it's weird you read it but didn't highlight it. So now I'm starting to question if you ever highlighted it while I was in the other thing.
There you go.
Where's the link at? Did you grab all those links that were being
I
posted?
have no idea what he has sent you.
No, it's in the chat,
Then I did not see it.
but you highlighted it.
Yes.
No, I didn't highlight a song link. Why would I highlight a link?
I don't know.
Well, that link looks really interesting, doesn't it?
She has pissed me off, and you're making me even angrier.
How am I making you angrier?
I feel like culture. I need some freaking food.
Oh, your blood sugar is probably getting low. No, all right. I'm looking at it now. I'm gonna save that, but I'm not gonna play. They're so angry at women already.
Yeah, let's not make it worse.
Yeah, that if I show another video of women, basically just being women, they're gonna start divorcing people. What up, King?
Basically just being women.
Oh wait. Oh, okay. But we need to hit the
I
goal
already said,
for it.
"What up, King?" and put his chat on screen too.
I didn't see. I was in a different. Good lord, you taking this
You should
personal?
have listened to me when I said, "Hey, King." And
Brahma
then
fancies himself a
should-
producer. Let him do his thing.
No, a certain somebody is calling out people for not highlighting chats.
I never.
while two people are playing games.
I don't know if you're highlighting chat or not.
Ooh, Brahma's had enough whiskey that he's getting a little serious now.
I'm
Oh,
on my
you've been here
second.
like for 45 minutes. Well, nobody informed me, sir. I apologize.
Oh, you son of a bitch!
Oh, okay. Am I sharing it? Here we go. All right. Mad held a protest because the toilet paper is always fake. Wait, what do y'all do? Does it go up or down? Is that Justin Proper we're arresting?
Toilet paper always goes.
How
over.
many gerbils are in his pants?
Justin Proper is the pancake man.
I'm gonna all right. I'm gonna tell a story. I love Justin. I probably should stream with him. Oh, it was okay. I had stream with him soon. Hopefully, I need to hit him up. But one time, I used to do Jason Voorhees. Like I would do like a Jason Voorhees character, but like his cousin or whatever. I'm very conservative. No, I was Jason, right? And it was a great bit. I had the mask on and everything. And one night I was getting ready.
We've talked to you in that mask.
Yeah. Well, one night I was going to go on a stream. I think Poe was there for this, and Justin wants to join, right? I'm like, cool, man. And so I put on the mat and we started. He thought that I thought I was Jason Voorhees.
Didn't you though?
No, like
You
and
tend to get pretty deep into character.
at one point
That's
though.
just called good acting.
He starts asking me questions about, oh yeah, well, what about in the third film when this happened? I'm like, oh boy, you got Jason on here. You would think that you would want to know, what are my thoughts on current events or something, not what I did in these movies.
I would have been like, it wasn't a movie to me. It was my life.
But he was like quizzing me to see if I really was Jason Voorhees.
Right.
I had to end it like within like 30 minutes.
I mean, I think what's
no. I
funniest
took it
is
down,
he
bro.
was-
I took it down.
I think the funniest part is he was quizzing you because he wasn't sure. Like maybe this guy really is Jason.
That
I
Jason?
don't know.
Where is Mad?
He didn't hear me. He didn't know I heard him say this, but he's telling Poe, he's like, listen, I'm not going to play along. If he thinks that he's Jason Voorhees, then and like, my bro, it's a bit. Like, I've never seen someone fail to get a bit that bad. I was wearing the fucking mask. Anyway, oh boy. You got to be careful when you bring people on if they don't understand the bit, because it can really go bad. That's happened
really
a few times.
changed the dynamic.
Yeah, it happened with an improv thing that Barbara and I did in the very beginning. It happened when I tried to do a comic book thing one time. It happened with the Friday the 13th thing. Yeah, Matt doesn't.
Happened with about
seem like a
the first
Jason
10
Momoa.
streams I was on with you.
What? Who ruined it? You did?
I didn't ruin it. I was
No,
just
I
I don't know what I'm supposed to be doing here.
Oh, you don't have to do anything, bro. Just hang out.
Yeah,
I know.
that was kind of like how when I
I
first
DM'd
streamed
you
with
and I was
Matt
like,
a couple of times. I was like,
what am I supposed to do?
why
And
did
you're like,
Chad
"You
bring this
just
guy
talk."
on the show? I really don't like this guy.
Is that what you said? Really?
Yeah, I was like, I don't think I like him. He seems like kind of an ass.
That's awesome, because I said the same thing about you.
Still does.
And that's why we're bros.
Yeah, no bullshit. I was like, I really like Chad. The other guy.
Apparently they come as a pair, though.
True.
Well, it's
Like
all right.
balls. Internet. Yeah.
Listen, guys, I've tried to make Chad more exciting. It's not happening.
I've seen a difference. I've seen him grow.
I'm always talking in exciting tones with inflection.
Perfect example right there.
Yeah,
Yep.
I know.
He almost had something there.
Well, look,
He's
you
so
know,
close.
That's how you can tell, is by his. But as long as you say it with inflection, the hook will always bring him back. Fuck, I don't know. I can't remember exactly how it goes.
In a world where emotion doesn't exist, Chad is the
All right. Well,
leader of all
I want to go
men.
play Dune, so we're gonna go ahead and end it here. There's something else I can't remember. Yeah. Oh wait, Justine proper.
Did you dress up in dresses?
No, what? I'm also not. No, I'm not Justin proper. What is up with you guys? Guys, it's me. I'm mad.
You're you.
Bye, Sherry.
I thought you were
Adios.
Jason.
Occasionally, he's Jason.
Wow, even my friends that I've been YouTubing with a long time can kill bits. All right, well.
All right, good night, everybody.
Look, I've been able to kill bits since day one on YouTube, so that's not new.
Yeah, they call Chad the Bit Terminator.
All right, last thing. I honestly get worried sometimes about some people that are watching because it goes so far over their head, and I don't know how to make it more obvious. You know what I mean?
What? That this is all just a
No,
bit?
well, depending on the bits, yeah. Like even, I think it's LD's chat I'm really talking about because
I was gonna say they never
every time I
pick up on
every time I bring up the girlfriend, they're like, "Wait, I thought he was gay."
it. Well, I can
No,
see
you're
where they're
just
coming
bro
from on that
adjacent.
one.
Oh, I didn't even notice your hair there, Boosh. Anyway, but totally not gay on this channel.
For the most part.
Anymore since the new channel came around.
Anybody else got anything? promote anything? What do we got going?
We covered it all on the Ascendant.
The same people saw our
podcast,
promotion
so.
2 hours ago.
Boosh wasn't there.
Oh, Boosh, you should come see the other stuff that we're all doing then.
All
The
girlfriends are
girlfriend is his
roommates.
roommate. I think
All
she's
girlfriends are roommates.
implying something a little bit different.
Well, unfortunately, we don't have time to find out. Bye, everybody.
Machiavelli production.
Listen now, Mr. Kansas Law Dog. Law don't go around here. Savvy? Yeah. Yeah, that's real good, Law Dog, because law just don't go around here.
They keep on
Good timing, Grant.
calling me,
Right in
want
time.
me to put it down. Oh, baby, run to me, don't go from smile to frown. Hey, law dog, law don't go around here. And I say, hey, law doggy, law don't go around here. You're no daisy at all. And I say, hey, law doggy, law don't go around here. You're no daisy at all.
I want you to know it's over.